Well, none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots, yeah. None of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Children have to go back to the roots. I'm telling you now, the truth. Telling you, yeah, the truth, the truth. You have to go back to the roots, Go to the roots, Yeah, man, you know, this is Benjamin out of the Smiling Coast, West Africa, Gambia, representing for the one and only Abu, the big man you don't know, the Soninke warrior, the man that brings the truth, Soninke warrior, the sign of enlightenment, the Soninke warrior, the righteous and the true African. Abu, reveal the truth to them, you know, no matter how them try run from it, because none of them can hide from the truth, yeah. Yes, we have to dig back the roots, yeah. Fire!
Subscribe now.
I remember the days, all those years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on the midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old, back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afridamus Report. I'm your host, Afridamus. Guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Let me take a sip of my ginger tea here. Guys, get your tea. That's ginger tea is really good. Make sure you please grab your tea, your soup, you know, your egusi soup, whatever kind of soup you are into, you know, your peanut butter and jelly sandwich for those of you that are Edos. But guys, today it is Identity Crisis News. And yes, because you see, why do we talk about identity? Many people might be like, why? People are obsessed with it, right? But in the Western world, in the world where we exist in, there's a system in place. And this system is also based in color. They created a class system. So at the bottom of this class, it is the people that are called the blacks. But the blacks also, want to create another class to see their source, which is Africans, as below them. But the river can never be greater than its source. You would have to, think deep to decipher that. That's why Bob Marley said, you can run running away, but you can't run away from yourself. You can never run away from yourself. You see, people, there are many, many things that happen on these internet streets. And as people move around in the world, and people being able to come online here and speak candidly about how they see the world, how they feel about the world, we're continuing to learn more and more as we go. It is no longer the 18th or the 19th century where people, in fact, being African, it's a propaganda against Africans. I don't know if you as an African in Africa understand this. And this propaganda does affect Africans who are born and raised in the Western world. How does it affect them? The signs, they suffer from identity crisis. I can speak on how it is here in the United States, where you have the blacks who, their tribe was created by the white man. As you know the story, they brought Africans from various African countries, and made them slaves here in America. So those Africans were stripped of their names, values, their mores. So they were cut off from the source. You see, if you can block the river from flowing back to its source, it disrupts the natural aquatic system. So that's what happened to the blacks. They were cut off from the source by their handlers at the time. So you would understand. But now, for Africans, new Africans who immigrated to the Western world, people like us, we know where we come from. We know our tribes. Our children also know this. They have grandmothers, aunties. We have relatives in Africa. So now that creates a clear distinction between you and a black. You see? Because you are not black. Blacks, their ancestors were slaves. They were slaves. So for those of us, like our children, would be able to point to their source. For instance, say, yes, you are American. We see your color is black. But, sir, it's your great-great-grandparents, your grandfathers. Did they come from the killing fields of the South? Did they come from cotton pickers? Oh, did they come through the banana boat from the islands? Or did they fly? Come in, JFK, Baltimore, you name it. Because that we all know the source. So, the reason why I'm bringing this conversation, I've heard people say, who are the best blacks? Who are the best blacks? And, you guys know Chaotic, a good friend of the show here, but we would have to talk about this because he invited me to a show, right? And the conversation there, I'm going to, talk on it and the confusion. And I want Africans to understand, to completely understand what we are dealing with here. Because people have to make themselves clear. You have to, because if you say we are the best blacks, that would mean, A, you are blacks. Because I would want to know the audience here. For example, let me give a name. Let's say Nakmizi. Nakmizi comes on here, right? And he says they are the best blacks. I would know what he means. I would know which tribe he is representing. Yes, I know he's an American, but he's coming from the black tribe. So I wouldn't be confused. I would know now, who am I directing the conversation to? But I was in a conversation which Chaotic invited me to. Thank you to the Black Network, Latif Network. So the conversation, the topic was, are the blacks, the Chinese, of black people, something like that. I was like, This will be a very interesting conversation. Sure, why not? So we get there. So it's clear cut, right? We're talking about the blacks, right? So, but as the conversation kept going, I realized I found myself in a conversation about who are the best blacks. Because if the conversation goes that way, that would mean that if you're comparing them, that would mean us as Africans, we identify as blacks. So as the conversation progressed, I found myself African. We are being compared to the blacks that think they are Greeks. I was like, what is going on? And then, of course, there was a white man there in the conversation. As you guys know, white men, always got to, play the devil's advocate. So the white man was like, Mr. Chaotic, did you come here, brought Afridamus here to prove to him that the blacks are better than Africans? So he said, what are you? Because I'm now interested. I was like, yeah, what are you? Because the blacks. So if you're naming these people, Booker T. Washington and all these people, that would mean you consider these people as your ancestors. You are one of the blacks. But now I would want to know who am I directing this to? If you're the best blacks, which blacks are we talking about? Right? But Mr. Chaotic said he's not going to answer the question. So I became confused. I was like, wait a minute. Wait. So you are telling me all these names, all these blacks are the better blacks. But then someone made an accusation saying Chaotic have Nigerian heritage. So I said, okay, well, I thought about it. I said, I'm not going to do a tether on tether war on the blacks channel because I'm not going to sit. I found myself being the only Nigerian on the panel defending Nigeria. Imagine that. That's how I realized we Africans have a big problem in our hands. We got a huge problem. We have to talk about it. Because to be honest, like I thought Chaotic was trolling, but I think Chaotic is actually truly anti-African. I think he's anti-African to the core. And, nothing wrong with it. I'm still out cool with him. We'll have the conversation. But he is truly anti-African. Because he wastes not time every single time to put African down and make the blacks look like the best blacks. But we are not competing with the blacks. We are not, because when you talk about Africa not having electricity, water, toilet, and then you turn around and say, you compare yourself like those same Africans, no electricity, no nothing. So basically saying we are coming from the 18th century and finding you in this 21st century and running circles around you. If you have to tell us that you are the best, then you're not sure about it. Because I've talked about Godfrey too. So the same thing. What side are these people on? Because I want to know. The people want to know. So that we would know who we are talking to. Because there's a difference between just an American citizen, right? And the Pan-African blacks. You see? Because let's say 23andMe Africans. Guys, did you know there were blacks like some of the Pan Africans were there defending Africa? Oh yeah, they were defending Africa. I noticed that about the blacks. We can have the difference, but when you talk greasy about Africa, they would defend it because he talked about the Tuskegee Airmen. Good work, Second World War. My grandfather, my actual grandfather, fought in Second World War. So that's why you will not see me running around talking about other people's grandfather. I have my own grandfather. You know, we have our own lineage. Sure, it's, you know, but it's confusing to me. I'm being honest, right? Because I traveled here to America, and I tell you guys, I am a father. And when my son was young, I taught him about my history, our country. I explained the difference between, you know, like Black American history and culture versus our own. You see? So he knows the difference. But, you know, at first, like I said, I thought Chaotic was trolling, but I realized no, he really believes in what he is saying. And they made the argument about, oh, what Lagos looks like. You know, Lagos have many beautiful places, right? The picture they showed was, you know, like a crowded place, right? The typical African crowded place. But then I found it funny. How are people who don't know Africa, they just like, even though it's their heritage, but they don't know Africa, right? They truly, truly have this strong, you know, downtrodden feeling about Africa. You know, I was listening to some people from that channel talk about Africa. I mean, to be honest, man, like some of the stuff like I'm hearing, I'm like, who needs the KKK? Who needs the KKK or the quote unquote white supremacists? You know, like this, you know, to tell the story when you've got these people. I'm just keeping it real. They would say things like, you know, 40% or 50% of Africa, they won't even say country, they was Africa don't have water, they are starving, they are dirty, they don't have toilet, you eat monkey soup, you name it. This is 2023. Yeah. And it's like, okay, at what point do you, me, and everybody as Africans say, hold up, if you want to talk about Africa, we would have to know what side are you claiming? Are you just simply American, right? And what type of American are you? Are you quote unquote FBA? Is FBA claiming you? So we know who we are addressing here. Because, for example, I'm not gonna, you know, like, how can I, if I'm addressing Godfrey, how can I'm not gonna pick on Nigeria because of Godfrey. You see? Because he creates the confusion. 1 minute, he would claim Nigeria, another minute, you know, he is black. Like, he is Black American. And I noticed the blacks were sitting there, they were confused by the conversation. Because if an African comes here, you know, like, yeah, we're foreigners. Yes, we share the same skin color as the blacks, but their history is not our history. It's different, you know? So if you come and say, oh, yeah, we got Martin Luther King, he is popular. Yes, he is. South Africa, they have Nelson Mandela. He's very popular too. Thomas Sankara, you can name it. But it's not, the experience is not just the skin color. Every humans, all of us, go through different obstacles. Martin Luther King, what he had to face, and other people in maybe other countries had to face, completely different, totally different. Other people are not looking to, overcome science because the society is not wasn't structured that way. So your obstacle is going to determine, what your struggle will be. But guys, okay, am I asking too much here? Don't you guys think it's confusing? Because if Chaotic is asking who are the best blacks, don't you think we should ask him, what is he? Is he just American citizen? Because he does say that, right? Or he is black, but what kind of black? What is his heritage? What is the source? We would like to know, right? But I know he enjoys talking about Africa, so I'm guessing he's from somewhere in Africa. And I would hope Chaotic would call us in here for all of us to have the conversation. And also, in the conversation I left, there was the white man there, Burnabus, saying they were another light-skinned one. They were upset talking about, they hated that these foreigners come here, and they take their money and take it to their country, draining the place. First of all, what they need to understand is you can get mad all you want, but just like you are an American citizen, I am an American citizen that way. I have the freedom to use my money as I see it fit. Don't forget that. It's a free country. I bet you if you combine all of our dollars that we send, we would never outdo the Federal Reserve. Okay? We cannot send more than they print. They got the machine. So you've got people like them who are passport bros, right? Nothing against the passport bro. What about the Americans like that who take their money and go trick it off in other countries? I bet you don't have anything to say to them, huh? They're taking it away. So if you don't have anything to say to your neighbor who is using their money as they see it fit, I can take my money and burn it or do whatever I want with it. You can't say anything either. See, Africans, you need to start standing your ground. I'm telling you, we have to do paper checks, paperwork. Like, okay, if you're going to talk smack about Africa, pick a side. Who? Like, who are you? What's your heritage? We need to know this. We need to know this. But, you've got so many Nigerians playing FBA. They playing FBA. They claiming to be black. Because they asked Chaotic what was his origin. He refused to answer. He will not answer it. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was like, no, you should answer because at least it should be fair. If you're going to talk about Nigeria constantly, we need to know what side are you on, especially if the topic is who are the best blacks. We need to know what you are. We would like to know. Let me put it in a Nigerian tone. It's like, okay, Oga, You say you na Yoruba, we don't know what you be, but you they talk about the Igbo all the time. I say, Oga, what you be? You say me na Nigerian. Asabi, you na Nigerian, but what you go be? Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, tell me, we want know. The people what they watch, they want know too. See, what we know, we go know how to address you, Oga. So now that I've said it in the Nigerian tongue, I want people to understand. So I even talked to Chaotic about this video that, one of the viewers that is watching right now sent to me, right? Is about, let me show you the video here, right? Chaotic was being asked, right, about Nigerian women. Let's hear this, right? Okay, here we go.
African women, people would get mad at me. Again, I clearly said it like 10 minutes ago that African American women were the best looking on the planet. But African American women were the best looking on the planet. And again, I said it is probably because African American women are not homogenized. Nigerian women are, I hate to say it, they're not really good looking. Yeah, you find your outliers, but generally Nigerian women look like men to me, And a lot
Wait,
of
you
them,
said generally Nigerian women look like men to you?
they generally look like men. Like they have these very pronounced facial features. Almost like to the point where they're masculine facial features. I've never have said, "Oh wow, look at that Nigerian chick." Never. Now there are a few models that I like. I've actually dated a Nigerian model before in the past when I was in college, but generally they're not.
So why do, guys, does Chaotic genuinely hate Nigerians? I mean, because it sounds like he's Nigerian himself. I'm just curious, like, does he genuinely hate being Nigerian? I mean, isn't it a genuine question to ask? Because the reason why I'm asking it, like I said, the last time the conversation came to, who are the best blacks. And, Chaotic was very strong in his position. He's proud to spout out about Black Americans. But in that trend, like Africans have to be beat down. And I don't believe that, we are better than the blacks or the blacks are better than us. Like, no such thing. If you truly, truly look deep down inside yourself as a human being, no human is better than any human. The only human that is better is the person that have the courage to live the life they want to live. So, I don't walk around, thinking if I'm better than anyone or which group is better than what group. Because he was spouting about the black banks. I was taking notes. I said, yeah, thanks for letting me know. Now I know which banks to not ever solicit, right? But you as an African or ADOS, I want you guys to call in, even the white man. I want you to call in today because there's two types of blacks. There's two types. You have the ones like the Hoteps and the 23andMe Africans. They truly love Africa. They want to move to Africa. Some of them are already there. You have that group, right? And you have your reparation blacks. Your reparation blacks, they hate Africans, white people, and everybody in between. They just want their check, and they would throw everyone under the bus, including their mama. You got that group. But now you got the conservative, quote unquote, conservative group. The conservative group, I'm confused by their stance. You know, 1 minute they're red-blooded, 100% American. And, you know, like, I was confused by how, like, this one guy, they were talking about how, oh yeah, we're proud how America conquer these inferior countries. You know, like, you're like, wait a minute. Like, wait, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally you are over here being all confused, talking about you into, you know, skin color, but here you're listening to these people saying, you know, literally they're saying, hey, we can't wait to get sent to your country so we can drop bombs in these places. Like literally, this is what you're hearing. You're like, are these people serious? Oh yeah. You know? Yeah. So yeah, you know, I want us to have the open dialogue, you know. Nigerian people, call in. How come it is mostly Nigerians? And of course, you know, there's no shortage of Liberians to do the tap dancing when this is happening. You know, as this conversation was happening, you know, I'm never disappointed by Liberian, you know, doing this.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man, what you gonna do? Look out, boys, it's coming through. Yeah, man, yeah, man. Boy, he got educated feet.
That's right. Yeah. So, because in the conversation, guys, right? There was a guy who sent a super chat. He's like, oh, I am an Igbo. You know, I don't know what the hell this Afridamus guy is talking about. You know, I'm like, why is it always a Nigerian second generation, you know, trying to pretend to be black and try to, you know, just these Africans? Like, I get it. Like, you don't have to like Africa, but those of us that are from there, you know, we are proud of it. We love the place. You see? Guys, I dropped the link. Call in, guys. You know, let's have the conversation. And Chaotic, if you're watching, call in because but I promise you, if you call in, I'll have to ask you, you know, the questions. You see, I'll have to ask you like, truly, do you hate Nigerians or Nigeria Africans? What do you consider yourself to be? Because the people want to know. You see? So let me get UFC here. Super UFC.
Yes, Afrodamus. See, I'm in Nigeria. Let's be real.
Thank you. Super FC.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in. Okay. Well, I mean, because I want to know what, you know, like, what is the thing with you know, Nigerians?
Chaotic. See, I don't think chaotic is a Nigerian, because if he's a Nigerian, I don't think he would downgrade his own heritage. You understand me? So I don't think we'll do so. Or another thing is that I believe he's just doing all those things to get money. Because if you look, he do these videos or this live stream, a lot of people, they gave him you know, donations and all that.
No, I think Chaotic really do believe that the blacks are superior to Africans. He says it all the time.
See, don't be surprised. Since
I think Chaotic really believes it.
I don't think he has ever visited Nigeria once.
Well, that's why I want Chaotic to call in, because he
I don't think
talks
so.
about old time Africa, but he really believes it.
Even the way he speaks, it's like, okay, for instance, Afrodamus, I live here in Nigeria. I have my own house. I'm I'm not gonna say I'm rich, but you know what I don't have? I don't have any debt.
Right,
I'm debt free. You understand me?
right.
My house is I built my house by myself.
So
I,
in Nigeria, because
yeah,
the people that are watching, right?
yeah.
Because truly, I've heard these people. Man, you should hear how they talk about Nigeria. You will not
Those are
like.
sellers.
You will not believe it. Like, I was like, wait a minute,
Okay, like
what?
okay, for instance, you mentioned Godfrey. Did you know
Yes.
Godfrey came from a very popular family in Edo State? His uncle was like a popular musician in Nigeria. They call, I don't know if you it's the whole time, but he's late now. Sonny Okosun.
Okay.
He's from the Sonny Okosun family. Yeah, they are from Edo State in Nigeria. So they are kind of they are a popular family. So most of these people they haven't been to Nigeria in ages. You understand me? Some of them they are not even been in Nigeria at all. So they think they still use the eyes, like the eye view of maybe in the 60s or 70s, the way Africa. They
No,
don't.
no, because okay. So fine, I get that, right? But even here in the United States,
Yep.
for instance, right? You would meet, like, let's say, especially like Somalis or
Yep.
Ethiopians who were born here, right?
Yep.
They would introduce. They would be like, I'm Somali, or I'm Ethiopian. Like, if you ask them, like, what are they would say to you. But not only like online. Second generation Nigerians generally I have met, very few of them, like, if you ask them what they are, like, they would insist that they are black from here. They, like, very few of them. The females generally don't have a problem. They're the ones who tell you they're Nigerian easily.
You see, these people they are not ashamed of themselves. They want to claim another country that another man's build with his own sweat and resources. You understand me? They have their own continent. They think everywhere like everyone. Maybe they still watch the propaganda videos that they show
Yeah, but
kids.
it's like the Nigerians that come straight first, like they came here like me. They're not ashamed of Nigeria. The people
No,
that I know, like,
they are not.
they're proud of
All right.
Nigeria. So that's why, like, I'm like, wait,
This is most of these people are just sellers. For instance, Davido was born in the United States, but you see, he made his wealth in Nigeria. He became very big and big all over the world. He reps Nigeria anywhere he goes to. You understand me? Most of these people, they like. I don't know what to say because it's very, very strange.
okay, do so that we put this to rest, because they would ask questions like, do Nigeria have toilet? Or they wouldn't even say Nigeria. Africa, do they have toilet? You are in Africa. Do
Yeah,
they have toilet?
of course they do.
But
We have
imagine somebody, like, that's what I'm saying. Africans, right? So, children of a Nigerian person asking that question to
it is crazy.
people from there. That's
There's
what I'm.
toilet, there's water.
No,
There's
but it's just the simple fact to even ask that question. That's why I
I,
just I
I blame
don't I don't
I,
participate in answering those.
I blame their parents. You understand me? I'm not gonna blame them really. I blame their parents because if their parents raised them properly, they won't downgrade their own country where they came from. They won't do that. Sorry, they won't.
Yeah,
You understand me?
Yeah,
But
EW. We
some
have.
of these people, their parents have so much resentment for their own country. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
those that the country didn't favor and they left. So they always talk bad things about the country in their kids' present. You understand me? So they their kids also enrich the hatred from their parents. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. You know?
Yeah, you know, that makes sense because I've known people, you know, mostly the Africans I would hear say bad stuff about their country is they are usually maybe, you know, ex-government people who they got kicked out, you know, as you know, the ex-leaders, they don't like, you know, like they're like anything bad, you know, they
Afrodamus.
blame it on the country, or if there was war they would, you know, like they have nothing good to say about Africa. Because even on there was a Liberian woman that called, you know, like she had nothing good to say about Liberia at all.
See,
She was telling like the blacks that said they want to go to Africa, she was telling them, you know, don't go. You've never lived in Africa. You could say, hey, it's not, it's not like fun in Liberia, but that's not the whole of Africa. I was like, wait, why are these people talking so doomy and gloomy about Africa? Like we live in hell. Like
don't mind.
apparently the place is in shambles. So I was like, are these people trolling or these people are for real? But then I realized, I was like, wait, this is the same ignorant questions I used to get. Like people would ask you, do you have a lion pet? Well, now they see the video of me walking with my lions. You
It's
see?
crazy.
Like this is, but it just blows my mind. It's common amongst Nigerians. And
Yeah,
that's why I was like, what is it with Nigerians
yeah.
that
I'm
they
not
you
gonna,
know,
I'm
they
not gonna
think
lie.
some of the they think this way.
We have a lot of sellouts. You understand me? So we have a lot of sellouts. Most of these people, their parents failed. They failed in Nigeria and they also failed back home. I mean, back in the United States. So I don't blame them. So they have the right to downgrade their own country, but it doesn't mean anything. So
Yeah, because you know, some
because
people they stretch it. You know, the turmoil and the hardship from their country, they, you know, like they no longer, they won't even say their country. They would just say
these are
that's the whole of Africa. You know, the whole of Africa. Like I've had like some of the Cameroonians sometimes, you know, some of their sellouts, they have their sellouts too,
sure they do
who
also.
would who would like, you know, just make it seem like the whole of Africa is like Cameroon. It's like, whoa, no, different places have different things, you know, how they do it. So like the, I don't know, the African sellouts are killing us. You know, the propaganda against Africa, they are the ones, you know, promoting it. That's
Okay,
just the truth.
Afrobadamus, what is this obsession with looks? Like America, they rather die because of looks. They like, listen, in Africa, we don't care. If you are smart, even if you are not that too beautiful, you will see a man that will marry to you because as far as you are very smart upstairs, they will settle down with you. Look doesn't mean okay, for instance, like the current director of World Trade Organization, that lady is from Nigeria, but
Who?
she the director of World Trade Organization.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, she's from Nigeria. You understand me? She went to Harvard, so she's a very very smart lady. When you talk about beauty, no, I won't say yes, she's not, but she's very smart.
Right.
She work and meet with world leaders. Many of these people who care about looks, they are just no one knows them. They cannot impart anything in the world. They are just there. You understand me?
Right.
Look doesn't mean anything. Most of most of
Exactly.
most of our women, they might not be cute to you, but they are married with kids.
Yes. Let me
Our
Check
men
this
are not
one.
complaining.
Hold on. Mayo, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says CT is not a Nigerian, but he's a Nigerian scammer. LOL. Thank you.
I guess so.
Hold on.
guess
African man in the back there. Connect your device. Your device is not connecting. Let's see here.
it is sad.
We have James Jewel. James Jewel, thank you for coming. Actually, James Jewel, you missed it. But your people too, man, the Liberians, you know, I don't know what it is about them also, man. Wherever I go, they
Because-
they would, you know, as I'm addressing things, here they come.
I can do some shuffling too. Look out, man, what you gonna do? Look out, boys, it's coming through. Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Exactly. You guys been doing a lot of that. Not you, James Jewel. James Jewel, you know.
Let me say one thing first, quickly. Listen, the top Africa richest people, they live in Nigeria.
Look, UFC, I know this, right? But it's funny that, you know, when I was seeing, you know, like, you know, like, because CT even doesn't think that Bob Marley is that famous or even received a Grammy. Bob Marley is receiving Grammy in his death.
Yep.
So, but it's just, you know, it's crazy. Let's have IdW. IdW, welcome to the Afridamus report.
What's up, everyone? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, IdW. What is it about, like, second generation Nigerians or any other Africans who don't want to claim their heritage?
Yeah, it's all about self-hate, man. Yeah, you know, I've been here, you know, long enough in America to know that, you know, I never met anybody, any black, you know, there, you know, Cuba, you know, they are Mexicans, all that. They never claim the same as Nigeria. Nigerian, they do the same thing, man. They never claim they are Nigeria, you see. So it's you know, self-hate, man. But, you know, you never find, you know, like, you know, myself, you know, in East Africa, I never claim anybody, man.
Why do you think that is? Like,
yeah, like I said, you know, it's self-hate. You know, they hate themselves. You know, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to be associated. Like I said, you know, like, you know, African American. They don't want to be associated with, you know, African. They don't want to be associated with slavery. You know, so for them it's better to say, you know, they are, you know, their mom is, you know, Irish. You know, their dad, you know, from, you know, somewhere, you know, from Latin country, like, you know, Spain, you know, Mexico, something like that, you know.
Interesting. We have African man. Let's allow African man to come in too. African man, welcome to the Afridamus reporter. African man, you are here to rep the, you know, foundational Black British, all the way from, you know, all the way from raiding or Birmingham.
I'm not representing anybody. I'm representing myself, bro. How you doing, man? You right? Yeah.
Yeah, Mali saying, Afridamus, I think you exaggerate. Nigerians are actually proud people. I know this. That's why. Why do you think the show? Because I'm surprised. That's what I'm saying. Usually, like, you know, like the Nigerians will tell you quickly. But, you know, Godfrey, and you guys have seen, I've played Godfrey's videos.
Yeah.
Where, you know, same thing, they would claim everything except Nigerian. That's why, you know, I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Go ahead. You know, we got the Birmingham crew here. Go ahead.
Afridamus, listen, yeah, right. The first time I met this, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. No, the first time I heard of this Celtic, what's his name? Celtic guy. I think it was one of your shows or some other channel. And well, it did mention, I think he did mention it was African heritage or something, but I can't quite remember. But it's just got his thing always putting his country down. If he's Nigerian, yeah, he's always got disparaging things to say about Africans, an African country, and you can't. I've never met a Nigerian, bro. Yeah, that's not part of the country. You know what I mean? I've been to Nigeria when I was a kid, and Nigeria is a beautiful country, man. You know what I mean? Whichever way you look at it, you know, they're the giants of Africa. You know, 200 million population. And if you look at the history, what they've given to the world, you know, in terms of music, entertainment, science, arts, culture, you know, it's like if I was Nigerian, I'd be proud to say I'm a Nigerian, I'm of Nigerian heritage. I think what this guy's suffering from is suffering from like identity crisis. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's grown up.
Yeah, Africa, you're right about that. You know, like I mentioned earlier,
grown up in America.
Culture of better.
Well, maybe they should, you know, you think they give him free land in Nigeria. Do you think he would like Nigeria then? UFC super fan. Do you want to organize that for him?
Organize what free land?
You know, so you can bring back your Nigerian people back.
No, it wouldn't be able to live there, man. He's used to the American way of. And what the issue? I think what the problem is here is traumatized. Yeah, I think is when he was growing up.
Right? Is not from. He's not from. Oh, okay. You mean the blacks? I think the blacks definitely did pick on Africa a lot.
Man, his childhood was a mess. Yeah. Oh, like he used to get. I bet he used to get teased. You know, people used to take the mickey out of him because of where he's from, his heritage. So he's trying to shake that off. But you know what I mean? And you can't. That's your history, man. That's your culture. How are you gonna shake that off? It's just a disgrace, man, to see a grown man like that, yeah, acting this way like a child. I don't understand, man. I don't get it. You know,
I think his dad left him when he was young, so he still has this hatred for Nigerians. Yeah. Maybe it's one of those kicks that
Nigeria was embarrassed to being an African.
Well, I mean, like, it's not only like, because I'm saying, it's sort of like a phenomenon where I've even seen arguments online, right, between quote unquote people that claim to say they are Edos, for instance, and the people they would be fighting with to say that you're trying to steal our identity. Generally, when you look, you'll find out they are of Nigerian background. They are fighting to claim to be of the same heritage as the blacks.
Yeah, but that's true. I don't know about America, yeah, but I've never seen that in the UK, yeah, because at the minute, right, the Afrobeat is just moving. There's the Nigerian music scene is taking over Europe, man. You know what I mean? Like in the next 2 weeks, there's like concerts everywhere. Wizkid and all these people are coming. Everyone is just embracing Nigerian culture and African culture in general, not just England, and the whole of Europe. So it's time to breathe with Africa, man.
You see, the entertainment, the Afrobeat, I'm not going to lie to you, it will cause a lot of friction between the Black American and the Nigerians. Because even last time in the, what they call it, All-Star game, they invited Nigerian artists to perform. So most of their people, they were not happy. You understand? They were thinking...
Yeah, because, the blacks are very jealous.
Yes.
The blacks is one thing. It's because to them, again, that's why the conversation is who are the best blacks. What I hear is, who's going to be Master's best tap dancer, because that's what it. That's why I say Africans don't. We're not looking to to get a master over us. If you want to, continue being under your master, you got it. Just do it. That's not what we are here for.
But these people, they didn't understand Nigerians. Yeah, Nigerians. That's why a lot of people think they're arrogant. They're one of the most proudest people on the planet. You know what I mean? They're very competitive. You know what I mean? Everywhere they go, yeah. You know what they say? Nigerian, they carry last. You know what I mean? You know what? And that's a
Yeah.
fact. They're not they carry last, man. You miss a Nigerian at a job, yeah? They're gonna try to
No,
surpass you.
like for me, I know it like it's easy.
That's just the nature. You know what I mean? You can't beat that. You cannot beat that, man. You know what I mean?
No, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying.
They're just very confident people. Everything they do, yeah, they try to excel. Even when they do scams, they're the best at scamming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're all scammers, yeah, but they're just kind of like perfectionists. A lot of black people should learn from them because they excel, man. Even in the UK, bro, all the top black people here, they got Nigerian heritage. You know what I mean? You come to music, you come to politics, you come to science, you come to sports. They just excel, man. So people, yeah, you can't be jealous. You just they're gonna deal with it, man, because there's 200 million strong. And
well, that's what I mean. I noticed that the blacks, the blacks, they've been very jealous lately, and from like their jealousy is showing. Even it's like Africa can even this Afrobeat is taking off, but you see how they're pretending, talking about, oh, Afrobeats ain't all that, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow, and I'm looking at it here. Wait, let me finish so the blacks can hear this. I was like, wow, are the blacks jealous? Like, I thought the blacks was supposed to be, one Africa, we all black. But no, the blacks got jealous. They started talking about, oh, what about Beyonce? Beyonce ain't even black. So now you guys want to talk about who's black and who isn't, unless black means something else. You see what I'm saying? Because they want to trash, Afrobeat. They're like, oh man, that Afrobeat is nothing. So that's another thing, like for the blacks, I understand, right? I'm like, okay, fine. But if a Nigerian person is trashing the Afrobeat for Beyonce, I'm like, man, what's going on? like what's going on?
He made an Afrobeat song with what's his name? What's the guy from Ghana called?
But what I'm saying, why can't both of them just, like, look, Beyonce is entertaining, the Afrobeat people are entertaining. Why can't both groups just exist?
They're all linking Nigerian artists anyway. Kelly
why do you have to be the, like, you cannot, like, people will decide. See, when you start saying, oh, we're the best, that means you are insecure. You are insecure. You're very, very. See, when Akon brought out the blacks' insecurity, even about entertainment, they are shaky about it these days. Even imagine Akon, one person said that, and the internet just went into uproar. They're like, we can believe Akon is saying this. We can believe it. That the African, he dare say, and Akon was talking the rap genre, right? How some of these entertainers act. They went and started bringing James Brown, all these people into this. Like, he wasn't talking about James Brown.
But it's a new day, man. It's a new day, bruv. They gotta keep it moving, man.
Yeah, it wasn't. No, but what I'm saying, for the blacks, you would understand. Okay, they're like, we are team black. There's no confusion there, right? This is who they are. They stand on their ground. More power. That's what you expect. But now, if you have somebody like Godfrey, right? He's coding, but he's going against African, right? If it's about skin color, but he's going against African. Or like Chaotic, when he said the best blacks, he's going against African. But if he himself is African, what does that say?
It's a coconut. That's what we call them. It is a coconut.
Who's somebody's
Afrodamus, yeah. Africa, there's 1.2 billion. I was doing this research the other day. There's 1.5 billion, 1.2 billion people on the continent. You know how many
Right.
people, you know how many Africans are outside the continent? It's only 40 million. That's 3%. You know what I mean? When these people turn around, oh, go back to your country, this and the other. It's only 3% of Africans outside of Africa. 3%.
Right.
How many is in America? How many Nigerians are there? Is he even a million?
Yeah. Well, let's have
Nigerians specifically, these Nigerians. I don't think it's even a million, man. Imagine if there were 10 million people in the States, 10 million Nigerians, man. These people will be extinct, man. It's a joke. I don't get it, man.
Well, let's ask another foundational Black British here. Mr. MC Cham, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Hey, how are you? I'm Afrodamus.
Are you foundational Black British or $5 foundational Black British? Which one are you?
I'm Black. I'm African British, so I'm of Gambian descent. My parents are Gambian.
He came prepared. He's like, I don't want to, I don't want to be asked difficult questions.
I don't really say Black anymore. I just say African, like, because like Asians, they don't say I'm yellow African or this and that. I just say African. That's just my personal way of feeling, But yeah, I just came on.
So have you ever been ashamed of being African?
Never. No, it's just what I am. Yeah, I'm British by nationality, but I'm also an African. What is there to be ashamed of? Like when it comes to being African, what is there? Like both racially and geographically, ethnically, whatever you want to call it. Like there's no shame. No, I'm proud to be of Gambian descent. I love the jollof rice. By the way, jollof rice came from Senegal people. Just thought I'd let you guys know. Just putting it out there. Just not Just wanted to put that out there, but nonetheless, yeah. The reason why I came on is because I heard the comments from Chaotic Truth about most Nigerian women saying that most of them look quote unquote manly in the face. Now, listen, I get it. People are entitled to their opinion. I totally understand that. I'm just giving my opinion of that opinion. I think it's mind blowing. It's very mind blowing because, to me, it feels like a lot of people. I'm not saying all, but a lot of people are conditioned and severely brainwashed into seeing African features as manly. And I think it's ignorant and ridiculous. That's just my opinion.
Facts.
Am I wrong? Like, that's just my opinion. I think it's weird. It's wild. Like, how can you view African features? I know he specifically said Nigerian, but still, and not only that, but remember, did you notice when he said, African women, he found them to be?
But he said the blacks are beautiful.
Yeah, no, but I'm just going word for word. He said African Americans, right? And when I heard him say most African Americans,
he said that.
Let me finish. So when he mentioned, that he finds quote unquote African American women to be like the most beautiful or something along those lines, I bet you 9 times out of 10, a lot of these men that say that, they're usually talking about the mixed looking women,
right,
who identify as African American. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not talking about Viola Davis or whatnot. They're talking about the Rihannas and Beyonce's and Halle Berry's, Megan Goods. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, bro.
Yeah. We're here.
Am I wrong, guys?
No, you are not.
No, it's the European beauty standards, man. That's what they look at. You know what I mean? If you get someone from Sudan standing there, she'll stand up to any of these light-skinned women. You know what I mean? But they don't look, because they live in the West. Everything is mirrored through the white kind of imagery. If you know what I mean? So everything is through that lens. You know what I mean? It's all a mess, bro. They're all over the place, bro.
My thing is, I don't mind if some men are, find mixed looking women more attractive than African women. That's one thing, yeah, that's fine. But don't call them, black, or African, like again, racially. I'm not talking about geographically, no. That's you know what I mean, as in like black. Don't call them black. Like if you find a Beyonce more beautiful than, a black / African woman, fine.
But a lot of the blacks, a lot of the blacks, they are colorists too.
What did you say?
Most of the blacks here they are colorists.
The thing is that,
you mean the so-called blacks? Yeah. All right.
The thing is that most of these so-called beautiful women, they are single, they are unmarried, they can't keep a man. None of them. But when you go to Nigeria, most of these so-called the one they said they are ugly, they are not attractive, they are well married with kids. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
They are married, they have family.
It goes back to what I was saying. Like,
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people are
so,
brainwashed and conditioned into viewing African features as manly or masculine. I think it's ignorant, man. It's ignorant. Like, their
But you know
African
what?
features are neither feminine nor masculine. They're just African features.
these people, they don't.
Actually, because when you go on the internet now, yeah, you go on TikTok, man, there's some beautiful African girls here doing the little videos, doing the thing, and the perception is changing now. Because before the internet age, yeah, a lot of people didn't see this side of Africa. You know what I'm saying, Afrodamus, yeah? All they see was poverty, devastation, famine, all about war. But now, because of the internet, there's a lot of exposure to the continent, which I'm loving, man, because people are seeing the different side of Africa now. It's not like back in the day when it was all like war and trauma and stuff.
Afrodamus,
It's changing, man.
Afrodamus, recently in the last AU meeting, I think I support the Ethiopia president. He said Africa need to open a worldwide news channel so that we can tell the world about our own story instead of we allow the world to spread fake news about us. And I think I agree with the president. We should have an Africa TV station whereby you know, anything that
because with most this is true because anytime you even like on these spaces, most of the people when you're speaking about Africa, they take it as a joke.
Yep.
You know, if you notice, everything is like jokey. You see?
Yeah.
And
clown you.
Yeah. So it's like so you're like, okay, at what point do Africa have to be serious and show like people like, nah, we have to push back. It has to take actual Africans, but it's actual Africans who, like, 1 minute they will be African, but another minute you don't know what they are.
They're just confused and brainwashed. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's a weird movement at the minute. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
let's have Adis Slam Usman. Adis Slam Usman, welcome to the show.
Thank you, my brother.
Adis Slam, where are you calling from?
Everybody in the chat. I am calling from Minnesota.
Minnesota, welcome to the show. Are you Somali?
Yes, I am Somali.
All right. So what do you want to add to this? Like second generation, not just Nigerian, but any second generation Africans. Do you see some who they're ashamed of claiming, their heritage?
Yes. You know, like it's sometimes it's funny, you know, how things are just, it's within Africans, you know, don't matter if you're Somali or Nigerian, but it's funny how like some people kind of change, like the way they speak, the way, and just.
No, I mean, like if the person is like,
just try to fit in.
Sorry, we missed you. We missed you there.
Yes.
You're going in and out.
But he's just saying.
Yeah, can you hear me now better?
Yeah.
So that
are you driving?
Yes.
It sounds like you're, like roll your windows up.
Yeah, you're breaking up a bit, bro.
Little power cup somewhere.
My brother, sorry, gentlemen. But I'm just driving. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull over here. No, the inferiority complex is serious within every race and every culture. You know, if you have more, if you have say like I moved when we moved out here, it was a long time ago, early 90s, you know. Yeah, we moved in the neighborhood. There was like more of, you'd say more white Americans and whatnot, and we kind of adapted their ways, you know. not culturally, but way of speaking, way of moving. You become part of society. You are the fabric. And if you're a young man, yes, you become that. But if you lose your ways, I've seen it, man. I've seen it with a lot of Somalis, a lot of other Africans, Asians, you name it, because it will consume you.
Look,
You know what I mean?
I
And
think we should.
if you live in the West, brother, it's tough, brother.
Look, I want to invite Chaotic to Africa. What do you guys think about that?
You should, man. Afrodamus.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think.
what he said, about black African women. He said something about black women in Africa they look like men. Is it mad? Is it joking, man? In England, right? My ex-girlfriend used to work for London Fashion Week.
Well, he didn't say African. He said Nigerian. To be
He
fair,
said most Nigerian women look manly.
Is it crazy, man? Has it been to the north of Nigeria, the Fulani women up there, and the Hausa
That's a
girls?
shame.
That girl needs to go back to his roots, man. Someone needs to take him back to Nigeria, mate. For real.
Look. On that day, I'm not gonna lie. In the conversation, I was like, man, am I did this conversation turn me Pan-African? It's like, what the hell is going on here? Like, you know what I'm saying? But let's have Dart Malgos. Dart Malgos, are you there?
Yeah, Afrodamus. Afrodamus, Chaotic Truth himself is in a state himself and all that stuff. He's in a confused state of being and all that stuff.
Do you think he's confused?
Is it a case of confusion? It's a case of a warped mentality. He has not. He's in a warped state, which he knows that he's wrong and all that stuff. But
wait. But what is he wrong about? You're not explaining. Don't just pass. We want to understand. Like, don't just shoot through.
Yeah, okay. Africa is dusty to a certain extent and all that kind of stuff, right? But to a certain extent, you still have to have some pride about where you come from and all that kind of stuff. But the guy is just denigrating Africa at all ends and all that stuff beyond reason. He's denigrating Africa and Nigeria beyond reason. We've got some Nigerians that denigrate their country and all that stuff, but it's not to the level that guy does and all that stuff. So he's working on some kind of I don't know, warped ideology where he's trying to adapt another identity and all that stuff to get away from who he really is. So that's a struggle that he has to deal with.
Hold on. Let me read this. Visionary said, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." Okay, good. Afridamus, I need to be honest. As you know, I always supported you. I don't know if you do, but okay. But your concerns look contradictory to me from how you talked otherwise. Well, tell me, how is it contradictory? Okay, because I'm trying to understand what's going on here. But elaborate what is contradictory here. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Chaotic Truth is in a state where he has to deal with some.
But do you think he's just agitating too?
There is that potential there. Like, obviously, I think I'm clever enough to see.
But do you think he's just agitating too?
I'm clever enough to see. Hold on, be brave. Can you mute your mic? I'm clever enough to see when people are kind of just doing it for entertainment and when people are just not genuinely debating. So Chaotic Truth, I see him as somebody that's not genuinely debating. If that's not the case, then he's probably warped in the head and all that kind of stuff. And that is his problems to deal with, not my problems, and that is his own problems to deal with. I'm sure he's proud of himself.
But do you think he's proud to have Nigerian heritage, or he just want to be black?
Is he proud to have Nigerian heritage and all that kind of stuff? I think he denigrates Nigeria more than, I think somewhat he's proud of his tribe. He's definitely proud of his tribal affiliations deep down inside, but he's not proud of the state of Nigeria. So he's shift between the state
No, I don't agree. Chaotic has never admitted that he's Nigerian. No, since I've been watching his
right. No, in the show they asked him, he did not admit it.
What I'm saying is there's a distinction where Africans may be proud of where they come from or the tribe of Africa, but they're not necessarily proud of the state they come from. So he's not proud of the state of Nigeria.
No, no, no,
And
no,
he
no,
doesn't
no,
claim
no,
that.
no, no,
But
no, no, no,
hold
no.
on.
Listen, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on,
No, no, let
UFC,
me
hold on.
correct you, please, please,
No,
please. I'm in
UFC, you have
Nigeria.
to control yourself.
Hold on, hold on.
You have to
Most of
control
us,
yourself.
let me tell you the truth. Hold on, hold on. Most of us, we disagree with. We criticize our government. It's our government, not the country. We may hate our government, but the country we love our country. Sorry. We may criticize our president and hate our leaders, but the country itself, average Nigerian, they love their country. Sorry.
Yeah,
They do,
Mr.
man.
UFC, that's you. We're talking about chaotic truth, right? That guy, he may be proud of who he is as where he comes from, but he's not proud of the state. So we're talking about UFC, that's you. Have you seen
Just
chaotic
say
truth? Have you seen him? He's not proud of the Nigerian state. That guy doesn't look proud of the state.
No, he doesn't like he never
He
he
doesn't
said
like
he never
Nigeria.
claims it though.
I don't think he's from Nigeria anyway, because I never believe him he's a Nigerian. Because
Well, to be fair, he in the show he didn't say it. So let's not.
It's never.
We gotta wait.
Never.
If he's never said he's because even like the Burnabus guy was like, hey, we want to know because it sounds like you want to prove to Afridamus that the blacks are better than the Africans. So that would mean he did not put himself in the African category, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the
so
game,
that
innit?
would mean so because that's like, for example, we have some dense people in the chat here say, oh, you were talking negatively about Gambia. Look, constructive criticism,
it's allowed.
is allowed. Like, have you ever heard somebody ask me, where are you from? Or, like I refuse to claim Gambia. Have you ever seen that?
No, because you're East African. So you
No,
never
I'm not
met.
East African. I'm West
You're not.
African.
Oh, you're West
I'm not.
African. Okay.
I'm not East African.
Most West African, they deny, man. They hate
No,
themselves.
bro. Listen, let me correct you on that. Yeah, I live in London. Yeah, it's all West Africans here, man. East Africans, the Congolese. No one ever I don't know what's happening over there. Yeah, no African ever denies their heritage, man. I've never met any African that denies their heritage. Let me just correct.
You have black
Hold on,
Americans
can
that
I
deny
say,
it.
I've
The
not met
so-called FBA, they say they're Northern Africa.
Africans, we're proud of where we're from. Like we said, yeah, our countries might be a bit messed up because of government, this and the other, yeah. But at the end of the day, I've never met any African that's not proud of where they're from, especially Nigerians. That's the first thing they tell you. They don't even like the Nigerians that are born in England, yeah, they don't even they speak pidgin. So they're from Nigeria anyway. They just start speaking pidgin way.
Dunstan, what do you think of folks like Chaotic Truth who come out blatantly and say they're not proud of Nigeria and they denigrate Nigeria political force like them?
It's suffering
Hold
from
on,
an identity.
hold on. Let's bring in another speaker. Be brave. Welcome to the Afridamus report.
Hey, Afrodamus. My mic good?
Loud and clear. Be
Very
brave. All right. You're a regular at Chaotic. What do you think about this topic here?
Well, I tell you, my father was from Hungary, so I'm second generation, and he was a very smart man. So I think what we're overlooking here is that the brain drain that occurs. Okay, we're kind of denying that. Do you think we are a little bit, Afrodamus?
Well, no, I don't think we're denying it, but it's if you want to speak about the brain drain,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that's a lot of the problems here. You got the brain drain going on. I was fortunate enough. My dad was fortunate enough to get over here out of there, and you got brain drain from Africa. Every country has a brain drain, and I think what's up Nigerians are up against is black Americans can now bully white people. Can you imagine what they can do to Nigerians, second generation? They're bullying white people successfully now. A lot of them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Culturally, politically. So it's like, woo! There's a lot to deal with here,
No, be brave. We will respond accordingly. We are not docile. We will respond accordingly. So they are not they are not problem at all. We'll take care of them. So forget.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Because
quite
if
hear.
you look at it, the reason why they hate Nigerians, because whenever they attack us, we attack them back. That's the main reason why they hate us, and we don't care.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If they are strong enough to create a great deal of friction with the very people that run this country, us white folks, you Nigerians are going to have to fight back. And I think the whole friction thing forces a lot of people into rejecting their second generation out of protection.
Yeah,
maybe.
The problem is, yeah, like I said earlier on, yeah, Nigerians, even a lot of Africans can handle Nigerian people. Their confidence is just out of the charts. They're very confident people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're very confident. Everything they decide to do, they excel in everything that they do. That's why a lot of people, I think that's why they haven't followed the FBAs, because this is like a new breed of people. They're thinking, why are they so arrogant? But it's not arrogance. It's just,
Afrodamus, let me tell you the difference between us, Africa, mostly Nigeria, and the Black America is that we are raised to compete with other races like the whites, the Chinese, the Indians, and the rest. We are not raised to compete with our fellow Black people. No, we are above that. You understand me? So if they try to compete with us, they will always fail because we are not concerned about that. We always look at the bigger stage, at the world stage, not the local champion leagues. No, let them wallow in their misery and all that. We don't care. Insult us, do whatever you can. We don't care.
That's what I'm saying. It's quite understandable that you're not wallowing in anything, and that's what I'm saying. There comes a point, and I got to get off of here. There comes a point to where they're going to collide with your immigrant spirit, and they're so powerful right now. Again, I want to say this again. If they can mess with white people now and make us all afraid of them, beware of what they can do to people of their own color when forcing them into their silly world. And if you don't go into their world, they get angry. So I'm just saying,
But let me, in your opinion, is there any, when you hear the question, right? Hold on, wait. Be brave. You being a white person, when you hear the question, who are the best blacks? Who comes to with the best black? Are you thinking what's coming to your mind?
My best blacks are the American blacks that do their best, and then Africans are right behind. And
but when you say best, what do you mean?
Just
because people, who by whose standard and what do we come? You know what I'm saying?
If Brave want to be politically correct.
No. Please let me answer Afrodamus. Afrodamus, the American blacks that understand, the ones that claim to be conservatives, are so far the ones that you go, okay, these are the easiest to deal with. And then the Africans that act decent are right behind them, so close that they're almost together. So please don't think of yourself as almost second.
No, but what I'm saying is, if, for example, right?
Yes.
Okay, that would mean you're grouping, African and the blacks in the same basket.
No, not me.
No.
I mean, I think a lot of people don't do that. I think you're just so close but everybody knows there's this group of trash. Nigerians, rest assured, we're sick of this group. The 70% of blacks that are American blacks that are trash. We're sick of them.
Right.
Don't make no mistake. It's not a secret anymore. So
Let me respond to that. All right, I see what you're saying. There's certain blacks and certain Africans that do at a higher level that operate. But I think potentially it could have a symbiotic kind of relationship in which Nigerians and the immigrant mentality could affect Black Americans. And that in turn could uplift the high-level Black Americans and the high-level Nigerians, and could have a symbiotic relation which produces Black people that put out very good and put good output for the United States and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I think
Yes.
that there's a potential for that relationship, and all the Pookies and Rays could be pushed all the way behind. So I think it's a positive relationship. The Nigerians could have a positive effect, and Black Americans could have a positive effect. And I think that's all we want to see at the end of the day, right? Be brave.
I think yes, it's absolutely the best of the Black Americans and the best of the African immigrants. You know, and I'm hoping that that's not that much of a friction right now. But you know, I say the best of the Black Americans. I'm almost reducing it to 20% of Black Americans are anything to be able to dealt with.
All it is it's like people seeing potential in each other, you know. So if a Nigerian sees potential in a Black American, and a Black American, hold on, Dustin, and a Black American sees potential in a Nigerian, I don't think there's anything to stop that relationship from building into something more productive as well, right? So I think it's a good thing at the end of the day. I think you just need to push out the Dusties and the Pookies and Rays. I think it's a good thing. I think Nigerians will have an effect on Black Americans in America. I think it's a good thing for the United States. As you can see, the United States has extended a visa, easy visa for the Nigerians to
Wait, that, what are you talking about?
What I'm talking about, I'm saying that there's a potential here for Nigerians and Black Americans to create a very productive relationship, a productive environment.
Hell no, man, not African Americans, man. Forget about that.
It's going to happen to a certain degree, fellas.
It's going to have to happen.
I do agree with that.
They should delineate.
Yeah, I don't know that what you're talking about, but let's move on to Ola. Ola, welcome to the Afridamus report.
Afridamus, I gotta go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you
so much.
Afridamus, let me be here very briefly.
Thank you for coming in, Kidola.
You see, when you talk about the best blacks,
right?
Which some of these Macmizi sometimes call themselves. You have to understand when you put black people, there's some black people that's under the white people. You see, when they started using the Black America for athletics, that's when the Africans data will not be used for athletics.
Right.
This is where the blacks are coming from. When the Africans will not be used in sport events, the Black Americans will be used in sport events. What happened? What happened inside the 70s during the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the Americans? They were using steroid to fight each other. Which one is the best steroid? You understand me? Which is the best steroid that can outpace each other? The Black America was being used as an experiment, as a steroid at that time, to run sport event. The Soviet Union was also using the same thing also. So in every sport event, you start seeing that the Black Americans, because America was using it to project that they are the more powerful and everything. So most of these athletics and most of these people, they all use a steroid.
Yeah, but Kidola, when you think about what you're saying, right? For example, okay, let's say when the blacks, like there's the difference. This is the, black history. But what about second generation? Like, let's say Africans that move here and they have children, and those children, they don't they disparage Africa. They talk down on Africa. They do not want to claim Africa.
It's because what they've been hearing the TV. When they've been hearing the TV, you have to start, even to early 90s, CNN will continue bashing Africa as backward, disease.
Well, they're still doing it. They're still doing it.
No, they change a little bit.
Yeah.
You will even be inside your own country. You'll be wondering, what is going on? So they're using all this like Voice of America, BBC, and with this network, this media came called TV. CNN was a perfect example of it. There was a lady who was there working for CNN in Atlanta, a South African woman. That woman was heavily traumatized. That she even stopped working for CNN, and she even went back to South Africa. She regret being part of that pawn to start bashing us. You understand me? You have to say the Black American live under the white. You understand me? How can you compare a set of people who never really fight for anything, but be fed by everything that's been stolen from everywhere? You understand me? So you cannot compare them with Africa. Africa fought for their own everything. You have to understand when that's what I said. That's what I said. When you say best black, they think about what except because sport is what actually
No, but what I'm saying, for example, it was like chaotic asking the question who the best blacks are, right? So I'm saying, okay, for example, if I'm here saying who are the best blacks, and I'm quoting Martin Luther King, all these, black former, their leaders, right?
Look, yes,
like, like you're going to say, wait a minute, Afridamus, you're Gambian, you shouldn't you, like, don't you have your own ancestors, your own people?
Yes, yeah, but because there are some Africans, or let's say Nigerian second generation, that actually attach themselves to Black Americans. Because you see, when they bully you too much, right? When you live in a society whereby where you're coming from never be portrayed. Now they start portraying Africa as a sources because they started getting tired of Black Americans. It's a game. It's one against the other. You understand me? But when the Africans are who are the best mathematical calculation? You have to think about that. The educational part. When Africa started problem, who are the best mathematical calculation, even in the United States? Are the Africans. You understand me? Who are the most focused people in terms of anything? Are the Africans. So that's why I said, when you talk about with this FBS started using the best black, nothing else for them to show.
But I think for the blacks, we already know they are jealous. We are seeing that because they keep saying, "What if they have their own country?"
Let me debunk their sport aspect. Their sport aspect is late 1960s to 70s. This way they call the best black. They are very strong. They are very athletic. They are the best slaves. They will be taken over. They took over Africa. They were like best slaves. What happened? Pharmaceutical was fighting against each other. They were racing among each other. Which drug is far more powerful to use? Steroid against steroid. You understand me? Which steroid is powerful than the other steroid? That's what they were using for 70s to 80s. It's a middle 80s. The Africans started understanding that, hey, there's something going on here. But when the Africans was crying at that time, a guy called Chidi Imo, who was running 100 meters at a game at that time, he was also doing 60 meters, was saying, there's something going on here. They're cheating us. Oh, you people are jealous because you people cannot run faster.
Yes.
You cannot run faster. But what happened? When a Jamaican Canadian tried the experiment.
Oh, yeah.
A guy called Ben Johnson.
Yes.
And defeat their hero.
Yeah.
They don't know their name. Now they, oh no, we must test him. He used drug because they know they've been using that drug to run against other Africans, other blacks.
Yeah,
the justice was being caught immediately. You understand me? But because things were very powerful, they were far more powerful at that time. This thing still continue into the 90s. Check all the 90s runners, even to that lady called whatever his name Jones,
Marion Jones.
All of them were all using the same thing. So how can you be better than me? You that is being diluted in a way with all kind of dilution. That means that is original person. How can you be better than me? So what I'm trying to tell you is that when they say the best black, they're talking about sport, but they don't have the confidence of what we have because they never really fought for anything. I give you 50 bottle with milk, you shut up your mouth. They are crying, daddy, by a bad man.
But they are saying that they said like they are the best because they have the best in facility. The white man provide the best thing for them.
That's what I said. There's nothing. Look, let us just because they make us start generalizing this color of this so-called black of a tea because of this FBA people. When that guy opened his fake museum, what was
who Tariq?
Yes, you can see he was almost playing a diluted Afrobeat inside that museum.
He's now playing Afrobeat.
listen to you listen to the music that was come out of that thing. Sooner or later, even the black Americans who said they will invent Afrobeat. You understand me? They wanted to turn Afrobeat like Beyonce invented Afrobeat almost. You understand me?
They already done that already.
Because what you should understand is this. That's why I said when they call themselves the best black, then we have to go back and see how this best black actually come about. Is in Africa we call it chemist fighting against chemist. Chemist raises against chemist, which is steroid use against
Well, that's the thing. Like this guy, he's saying, "Oh, as a successful African American, what are you successful at, sir?" He said, "I'm shocked to hear."
He's not successful.
Wait. He's so successful. This man only speaks one language, English, right? But look at how he spells. Look at how he spells hearing, right? So here, instead of your hearing, but we get it. Here to hear Africans,
the real estate they're talking about, are they not cheating them in the same real estate? They own space of themselves.
Yeah.
They own like the way the white people own states. Like if you go to Wisconsin, it's be owned by the white man. If you go to Utah, it's be owned by the white man. If you go to some certain areas, be dominated by the white man. They don't have that. They scatter everywhere. They are individual people. So if we start talking about the best black, what do you mean by best black? You that is being slaved, be dealt with. How can you be better than me that never be slaved or be dealt with? So there's a difference of there's a difference.
Don't you think if you have to
in America,
hold on,
kid, today, right? In America today, who are the best students in America?
Hold on.
It's a frivolous title.
No. See, here's the thing. For me, right? As far as like say the best black whatsoever. Okay, when you say best, like what do you mean best? Best, like at what? Because you see, like people. Not everybody have the same interest. So I want to know by whose hold on. By whose standard and who is judging this? Because there has to be a master that people are shooting. That there has to be a master, right? Who is deciding who is the best? So that means you, at the back of your mind, you already know who the master is, right? But I'm not part of that. Like when you say the best, what is the standard and who is judging this?
American, yes. America is exceptional. You know what I mean?
But there are people literally. It is people putting themselves. I'm talking about.
Can I elaborate a little bit on that, please? See,
one at a time, guys, please.
Yeah, it's like here, right here in America, white Americans, right? They're the best of all, right? That's how it is in here. American exceptionalists. So if the blacks, say 50 million blacks that live here, right? They're arrogant because they're Americans. They're thinking of, despite the slavery and all that, leave that behind. So I'm saying this. There's an economy behind these guys. There's a you name anything, they're here, and they have everything. So the psyche is different, man.
But again, what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're dealing with human beings here, right? Human society. Guys, one of the
Afrodamus, the truth of the matter is this. They call it, they said the best black, or that's what they can to raise their self-esteem. You understand me? This so-called Nakbezi, this guy that hate Africans, I was in one panel once. I was a country, the lady, I know he's sipping for that lady, called Power ODS. I asked the lady, why do you hate Nigerians? Have you ever encountered them? He said, no. I said, but why are you lying sometimes? Do you think you can bully Nigerians? Nigeria will ever come down for you? I said, it will never work. I was surprised. Lozi, a South African guy, was in that panel bashing Nigerians also. But I said, Lozi, If you won't even want to even bash us, don't let me open my mouth.
You know, Luz is an
Since you're
idiot.
from South
Luz is
Africa,
an idiot. You should
one,
know that.
you don't even own your country. You could do cleaning job, a houseboy for a white people. That's where you survive. I said, don't
Luz
come
is an
here.
idiot. You
Don't
should
come
know
here.
that
If
already.
you think this black America people hate you, like you just joke. They don't love nobody. They don't even love themselves. So Nakmizi is a guy that live in Holland who run after. He was even running after that African woman.
Yeah, but Nagmizi is not like a second generation
No, what I
African.
mean,
He's
Nigerians who are capable towards them, just few. These are Nigerians who think they don't see anything good for where they're coming from because they be brainwashed. Being brainwashed is a total different thing. Chaotic truth and Godfrey is part of that thing. Chaotic truth said, I'm an American. Yes, what kind of American are you? Because sometimes these African parents, some of them feed their children like, you're an American and you're not Nigerian. You're an American, you're doing Nigeria. So because in Nigeria, when you say you're from America or you're in America, they said it's almost like an elite something. But now it's start being diluted because so Nigeria don't need to leave Nigeria to even become multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires. Dangote never left Nigeria. You understand me? So where did Adeluga make his money from? In Nigeria, in Glo. Even so have okay, they could have said the best black. Can other group make money and become a multi-millionaire out of them? I don't think so, because you still need to work with the white Americans for you to even be multi-millionaire in terms of anything. So best black is what they try to say now.
Let me second what you just said.
So we should not just be thinking about, oh, we are the best black. What are you best black academically? You can be the best black to protest. You don't understand me? Who protests all the time? No, but are you the best black?
Let me check on what you just said.
Are you the best black? If you check it, who is the richest black man on earth? It's the guy came from Africa. So how can you be the best black when you be feed the bottle? Even the real estate, you be cheated. Everything you be cheated. Because this is what you see yourself as your confidence. That's why I say, even the sport aspect is just be chemists fighting against chemists. Is who is the best steroid maker? Whose steroid is faster than the other one? That's it. When they call themselves, because sometimes they call themselves the best because they are blacks. You see them in sport. They all be caught. They all be caught in drugs dealing. They all be caught in everything. Jones will be caught. Jones, they were praising Jones in everything. They are shot putter. Boom. The other guy, boom. All of them, they're all drug takers. They run with drug taking. That's what I said. Middle 80s, when Africa started knowing this is not just a natural power, the whole you people are jealous because you people cannot run fast. That's what I said. The guy from Jamaica tried it and it worked for him, but they caught it because they know, oh, he took that thing. But now, if Usabot was even lucky, because they've even caught Usabot also in the same thing. So, in terms of strength, we have now Africans who are like kickboxing champion, Tony Joshua, the guy that's fighting the other thing. 3 Africans and 4 Africans, one for Cameroon, who rule this sport event in terms of boxing, in terms of kickboxing, cage fights, and everything. So it's not just about this. 1970 something, 1976, 1978, the first African guy that rivaled them in 400 meters, it was from Uganda. You understand me? They were shocked. You understand me? So Africans will not be put in a lab, in a sport, in a global event at that time when they call themselves the best black. They were being used to run for a particular country. But were they free? Were they having freedom? No. So we should not generalize it and say who is the best black. Africans are paid towards them. These children are paid towards them. It's all because it was not cool to be an African in their school at that time. So they would just block their ear to be Africa, but rather to call themselves black. That's where chaotic truth fall into. Chaotic truth is so brainwashed.
Chaotic liar,
before chaotic truth know about the truth about himself. That's why I say chaotic truth is a bird that fly around but doesn't know where to land. He just flying around. We have no
I don't think I don't think he's brainwashed necessarily.
Thank you. Say that again.
I don't think he's brainwashed necessarily. I think the guy is fully aware. I don't know from which point it's come from. He's doing some kind of mental gymnastics to kind of feel all right about that. Hold on, Dunstan, you gotta control yourself. Dunstan, you gotta control yourself. You know. Now I don't think chaotic truth is kind of brainwashed. I think he's a highly intelligent type of person. I think he's flip-flopping between how he feels or something like that. But that's gonna shorten his life as well. The more he's jumping between different kind of ideologies and mentalities, it's gonna make his life shorter as well.
Do you think he's just do you think he might just be a good businessman also? And
it could be for some kind of stupid business purpose. I don't know what kind of benefit it brings him over here. I don't know what kind of benefits, but all I know is all that kind of mental gymnastics is just gonna shorten his life and all that.
Look, that's the thing. Here's my thing, right? We can talk about certain things that people are projecting, like people seeing themselves as victim, trying to blame others. We can talk about all that, right? But you cannot tell me 1 minute you are a victim, right? To turn right back around and compare yourself to say you are the best. Like, which one is it?
Oh yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like, which one is it?
Of course, that's not true. Obviously, I think.
Right. So I don't even. It's like I don't believe in that, but people bring it up so much. I'm like, okay. These people really, they truly believe this. They truly believe this.
Afrodamus, listen to the title itself. It's like saying Black Lives Matter. Of course, we know Black Lives Matter. It's such a frivolous idea to chase. Oh, we are the blessed black. You don't really.
But maybe that's what they are suffering from, because you in your head you think you are the best at something, but you become disappointed because
Imagine what that speaks, right? You don't really have nothing to be proud of in this life, nothing of value to be proud of. Now you have to claim a frivolous idea as we are the best blacks. How silly that sounds. That's silly and that's stupid, and that we are the best blacks. That sounds the most pompous I've ever heard, and I think it's beneath me to even address it and all that kind of stuff. It's beneath me to address it and all that.
All right. Let's bring in. Go ahead, and then let's have Mad Dog.
Hold on, let him go. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mad Dog.
First and foremost, let me just confirm if you lot can hear me clearly. Can you lot hear me clearly?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Yes, sir.
And Mad Dog, can you try not to use profanity? Just
I no profanity today. No profanity today. Yeah, it's a Friday. This is what the Muslims call it. It's a day for the mosque. I just come back from the mosque with my Islam brothers.
Wait. You just came back from where?
From the mosque, because I got a few brothers and sisters that worship Allah. So I had to rock with them today. So no cussing in that.
All right.
So,
well,
that's good. Big up to the chat, big up to the channel, big up to the people in the panel and the chat. Big up to the host of the channel. Yeah, give thanks to you lot. With that said, I'm gonna say this. I called in regards to the point of the second generation Nigerians,
right?
That they don't have an affinity to,
and it's not all of them.
States.
It's not all, obviously, but it's like a consensus where where they're not proud of being Nigerian.
Of course,
it's one thing not to be proud of it's not all,
but
obviously.
But look, Afridamus, it is most of them. It's not all of them. It is most of them. Only a few are actually proud of their continent and their motherland. And when I say the motherland, I mean the nation states that embody their motherland. Do you get what I'm saying?
So I mean, you're right.
You get a lot of
enough. It's enough that we notice it. So
exactly, that's what I'm saying. So you get like a lot of people that are not proud of their motherland, but they're proud of their motherland, but they're not proud of their nation state. Although their nation state is meant to be a socio-political African nation state. You get what I'm saying? which is good enough to be proud of. Like we all come here on a day-to-day basis, or 99 basis, based on where you're calling from, and we come here to brag about how Africa has to get on a greater unified body to create an African union that will work out for the whole continent whatsoever. But then again, in the next breath, we come out here to pretty much destroy and deplete the work that have been put in by our own people so far to like maintain certain African nation states. Do you get what I'm saying? So the problem is that they're not part of the nation state, but they're part of the land. Now, whose fault is that? Just to pattern this, because this conversation can be taken to a much higher extent, but just to pattern the conversation to this context so far, it is the parents that's the problem. Because people like Chaotic, I believe the brother is Igbo whatsoever. I don't know really necessarily know where he's from, but there are many of them from different.
Godfrey is Igbo.
Snake man.
Yeah, but the problem is this, right? These guys, Dad, keep quiet. Let me finish speaking. Jesus. These guys, they are so indoctrinated to a hatred towards towards the nation state, and a likeness towards the motherland. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get what you say. The problem is, and this is the problem over the board, is that when you deal with our people from the continent that are dealing with self-hate issues, most especially from the second generation's perspective, this is the same problem. It's indoctrinated onto them by their parents and older generations from them.
And also, do you think the blacks are the ones the blacks were picking on them too? The blacks are the cause of this?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
I mean, I mean, I'm not blaming the blacks, but I want to know what you think.
Just from my perspective and from what I've learned, because I've gotten around with a lot of brothers and sisters, most especially from the younger generation. From what I've learned, is their parents. It's not the blacks. Like you said something. Someone said something about the Western media and the narrative that it perpetuates in the mind of our people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think that's the case. I think whatever narrative that any media perpetuates on our people, it's not as great as the level of self-hatred that the older generation perpetuates on their younger generation, which is our younger people. Do you get what I'm saying? So
right.
It's definitely not that. It's not any other group of people. It's the level of lack of confidence that's indoctrinated towards the younger generation.
And there are Liberians too that I noticed like being tap dancers too. Like, what is up with that?
Liberians are just some clowns, bro. That's what they are. They're pretty much.
Is it because the blacks? Is it because
that's what I say is these apps? Yeah, they're tap dancing to the colors and their messages there. You see the narrative that color.
Well, Kala said they are the best blacks too.
Them man there are pushing. That's what they're tap dancing to. That's what it is.
All right, let's bring in Stephen. Stephen, welcome to the Afridamus report. Stephen, straight from the islands, man. Let's have Stevens in the house. Stevens.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Stevens.
How you doing? Hi, good afternoon to everyone on the panel. How's everyone doing?
Good.
All right.
So, go ahead, Stephen. Stephen, what do you think about this topic?
I actually came a bit late to the show, so if I'm a little bit off, just you can correct me.
Stephen, are you Nigerian?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Oh, I thought you. I'm saying islander, but no, go ahead. So the question is, why is it? It seems like there is enough second generation Nigerians, like here in the States, especially, who don't want to. They are ashamed of claiming Nigeria. It's like to a point where they even talk down. It's like Nigeria is the butt of their jokes. Why do you think that is?
I would say To jump on to just jump on victory, the victory is Amenable's jump point. I would say the parents have something to do with it, the media, and I know a good number of Africans have testified, even and continuously have been bullied in school just for being from the continent,
Right.
and also, the age-old of the dark continent, no civilization on the African, maybe just due to ignorance. And I think because of that, it has been extra. How do I say?
Do you think their parents are,
Because then their
just
parents, because if you think
distancing?
about it, because Afridamus, if you think about it, after the Nigerian Civil War, when a lot of refugees from Nigerians left, I'm pretty sure many of their parents and their grandparents held resentment towards Nigeria for not, how unfortunately the Igbos lost. I know the survivors went there, maybe of them have felt that pain of betrayal because none of them were supported. Because, a lot of Nigerian parents teach their children, not all of them, bad things about Nigeria. Don't go there. That is just that country, having disdain for Nigeria and all that kind
Yeah,
of
because
stuff.
Godfrey is afraid to go to Nigeria. I've played
I
his
wouldn't
video
blame
here.
him. I wouldn't blame him, but I don't think anybody's checking for him like that, to be honest. I mean, he's not like top tier comedian.
Okay, fine. Let's say their parents, brainwash them whatsoever. But now they are grown-ups. Like information is everywhere. It's everywhere. Like that should no longer be an excuse to not know.
Yeah, I mean,
if that's what happened.
But Afridamus, you have. I was just telling of one of my Jamaican friends just earlier today that there are still people who are genuinely surprised that cities exist in African countries. That are even genuinely surprised that people drive cars, people have houses.
Well, I had the conversation, like the conversation. I genuinely like I would hear these people truly believe. Like there's no toilet. Like even if they would literally, that's what they believe.
And the reason why maybe Africa being the butt of their jokes to them is because they have been the butt of the joke throughout their lives when they were in school. Because you have some of them are still suffering from PTSD or the way they were bullied, they were teased, they were viciously mocked, and that stigma of Africa and also being black as well. Them being the blackest of the blacks, at the bottom tier of the black hierarchy. If I don't know if I can say that, they were at the bottom. So obviously they were getting the most hits. So even if still, because not all of them.
Let me ask you the question. Let me answer the question. Yeah, Steve, sorry for cutting you off here. Let me ask you the question. Is it true that in the Gambia, when you go to the restaurant, people them have to wash their butt cheeks with their hands? Is that true?
If you go where?
Like when you go to the toilet.
Like, are you like gonna be going into the toilet with another individual? I don't know what the hell they do.
No, like what I'm saying, I just wanted to clarify that to the people there, because what I've been hearing a lot of people say is that when you go to Senegal, when you go to the Gambia, and that's Senegambia region in general, like when you go use the toilet and that, there's like a culture within the people that kind of like makes people, it's kind of like steers people to go use whenever they use the toilet, they like wash their butt cheeks, their asses with their hands.
So like when you go to the toilet, what do you use to wash whatever you use? Is it imaginary? Are you washing it in?
No, it's tissue things. Apps is tissue things. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
like I just want you to clear that up because I don't.
Nigeria is the next defecation after India.
I daft sharp. What I'm saying is daft sharp. You don't have to go run this, bro. What I'm saying is I want Afrodemus.
Hold on. Mad Dog.
I want Afrodemus to clear that up. What's wrong with this brother?
Hold on, Mad Dog. Here we go. So Mad Dog, you are asking what people, when they go to the toilet. Like I just came from there, They have toilet papers in every
Yeah.
toilet
This is
I went
exactly
in.
what I was
That's what
talking
I'm
about.
asking, brother. That's
Yeah,
I
he
wanted you to
sound.
clear that up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Oh
asking.
yeah. No.
No, Abs,
But
let me say this. Let me say
Hold
this. Yeah,
on, hold on.
but
Abs,
it's
let me say
Yeah,
this.
he sounds
it's
like
a
FBA.
hold on. It's a Muslim thing to clean up with water.
Okay, Afrodemus, let me say this here. Afrodemus, let me say this. Until I ask you this question, there's been a perpetuative narrative in these streets that's what people in the Senegabian region they do.
Wait,
So I just wanted you to clear that up.
no, if you
Until you
think
said this,
about
now,
this,
there's
right?
been no one else that said this on this YouTube street. There's no one
Right.
that said this.
But
That's how it goes. I wanted you to clear that up. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm not coming for your people.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
doing
no,
that at
no,
all.
no. That's not. Look, I'm very open to any conversation. I'm not offended by anything. We're having a conversation, so you know, I'm cool with that. But when you ask, I wanted to clarify. I wanted because when you said when the people go in the bathroom, I'm not following them. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, listen,
You know,
Exactly.
Afromedos, listen.
like I don't
But
know what
Maddox,
they are doing.
Listen, Afromedos.
Maddox, would you say Nigeria is also open defecation at the moment? Because that's what we hear that Nigeria at the moment.
Yeah, but no, let me say this. Daf, let me talk to you. Daf, let me talk to you for a minute, yeah? Talk about open defecation and that's all over the continent. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's all about black Africa. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, let's not even go there. Like you never heard of a place in Nigeria where the man and sister them are going to the toilet to go wipe their butt cheeks with their hands. Do you know what I'm saying? All I did once again, all I asked that question for was clarification. Was for clarification purposes.
Wait.
I asked it for clarification purposes. Not for you lot to get your feelings in that. Not for you lot to get your feelings in that.
All right.
All right,
Fine. Let's
calm down.
hold on, guys.
Can I finish what I was about to say, please?
Go ahead, Stephen. Guys, allow Stephen to finish. Go ahead, Stephen.
So as I was saying, I think it has, like I said, it has to do with the parents. It has to do with ignorance and also the Western media. And also, Afridamus, think about it. There wasn't any internet or any access to information like we had back then, let's say during the 80s,
right,
the 90s,
even early 2000s, right.
All that kind of stuff. So you could imagine, let's say that if I had came to the United States, I immigrated to the United States at the age of 15, 16, 17, I don't think the bullying won't bother me because I already knew who I am. I already know where I came from because I was born in Nigeria. I know the Nigerian environment. I know what Nigeria is like. But assuming that I was born in the United States, never been to Nigeria a day in my life, my parents never really mentioned anything about Nigeria. The only time I'm only Nigerian is only in my house or the Nigerian name that I have. Outside of that, there is nothing that writes Nigerian on my body. I'm just a American, just like everybody else.
Right.
You know, you could imagine during the Black Panther time, part 1, a lot of people who were ashamed, a lot of a sudden were just wearing their traditional outfits, their African costumes.
Exactly. And look, let me say this.
Hold on, Mad Dog, wait.
Mad Dog is talking to me.
Mad Dog, hold on. Mad Dog, let him finish. But Mad Dog,
why your feelings?
Hold on, Mad Dog, do you have like
your feelings?
Hold on, Mad Dog, like
brother, why you look so upset, bro?
Hold on, bro. Calm down. So, Mad Dog, I'm trying to understand, right? Is there like a obsession with toilets? Like, because I've heard like this toilet thing. Like,
I don't get it.
Do this?
No.
Are you guys?
Let me say this.
Have toilet fetish? Like, what's going on here?
Let me say this. The reason I asked that question, is that you can clear it up. That's what I'm saying. So to kill the obsession. And even just now, when I was gonna say,
what's the obsession
you and
with
Steve's
toilet?
name? The reason I said you and Stevie's name is to clear up, to back up what Steven was saying. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Like when he said, when Godfrey go to night, there is no, like, nobody knows Godfrey, the comedian.
Nobody knows who he is.
Nobody knows the brother. Like Steven, you see Steven there, he can call 100 family members and friends. They don't know who Godfrey is. I can call 200 family members and friends.
But I think
they don't know who Godfrey is.
I think his name.
You know what I mean? But the point I'm trying to make is that our people, most especially the second generation in the West, are so colonized mentally and psychologically that they think that the narratives that be perpetuated by the media, they kind of adapt themselves to that narrative as well. Like, no, you're not different from the people on the continent, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, I got you. Can I interrupt for a minute, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, listen, right? We're going back and forth with this chaotic thing. Your children have to be taught about the heritage. Yeah, that's a responsibility for every African parent. My sons, then I make sure I take them to Sierra Leone twice a year. We just came back. Yeah, so they could speak the language, you know my heritage, you know my history. So this excuse about is never that guy is a big man. Yeah, he's no kid. He's in his late 30s. He should know about his culture. There's no excuse not to know about Nigeria. So that's what I've got to say about that, man.
All right, let's bring in Gerald. Hold on.
Hey, what's going on, Afrodamus? How are you?
I am well. How about you, Gerald? Where you calling from?
I'm doing well as well. I'm calling from Arizona.
Arizona. Are you black or are you African?
I'm African American, but my girlfriend is African.
From where?
Liberia.
Liberia?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Gerald, what do you want to add to this? Like, the topic at hand.
Well, I mean, the only thing I really wanted to add was just that I think that we're kind of getting a little bit too off in the weeds. I think with because sometimes there's personal feelings that get involved. I think having a conversation about who's the best blacks. I mean, in my experience, I haven't noticed that. I've met Africans that are extremely successful, and African Americans, and vice versa, people that are extremely unsuccessful, right? And I think that in every group of people, you're going to have the people that rise to the top. In any ethnicity and in any country, you're going to have the 1%ers. I don't think that African Americans are the best blacks. I don't think that there really is one. I just know that I think that when we work together and collaborate together, we have a lot better results. So I think that I think the conversation of who's the best is just a conversation that might not be worth having. I think the conversation might be.
Gerald, if you think about it, right? I get exactly what you're saying, but this conversation is like the elephant in the room. People, they kept saying it. They believe there are people, blacks or even second generation, who believe in this, right? So it's best we have that conversation and people come on the same page and kick it out the door. Because if you say you are the best black, for example, you would have to classify yourself. What type of black are you talking about? Are you like a FBA, for example? Or are you like African? Because everyone has a heritage, everyone has a source where you came from, right? So then don't you think it would be fair if people are pushing that to elaborate, we request they elaborate, like what type of black are you?
Right, but at the same time, I get that, but I think it's a crime of opportunity, right? Like, I think that you can see that when Africans come to the US, they do a lot better than in Africa, and it's just because there's opportunity there. I mean, African Americans are in America, so obviously there's a lot of advantages that come with that, but I don't think that makes us better than
the best
other blacks, right? I
exactly.
think it doesn't make us the best.
That's my point. Me personally, right? That's my point. But again, we've got people that are saying this, and to me, the things they are rattling off, like other individuals' success, that's those people's success. That doesn't translate to me or you whatsoever. But somehow the people have been brainwashed to believe this. Like here in the United States, people would talk online. These are grown people. It comes out so easy. They're not even ashamed to say it. Like they would be like, refer to like a basketball player, let's say LeBron, right?
Right.
And try to act like,
they are LeBron themselves. Oh, LeBron is better than such and such. These Africans, all the Africans. No, LeBron is an individual. You know, he's an individual. He's good at what he's doing. That is not you. You see what I'm saying? That is not you. So I don't like to get in those conversations, but they cloud the airwaves with it. So we will address it and kick it out the room.
Right, and I see what your point is, and I think that me and you and I understand that, but I think that sometimes it can get lost in the conversation because I think that's the idea, right? I mean, in the end of the day, there's going to be individuals that rise amongst anybody, right? You can't really paint anybody with a wide brush, and you can't like have a certain number of successful people without talking about the population sizes and all sorts of stuff. So there's no point in really saying one is greater than the other. But I do think, and I'm not a Pan-Africanist, but at the same time, I do think that as Black people,
if you are,
we should be.
It's okay. You shouldn't be ashamed to claim Pan-Africanism.
No. I'm not a Pan-African though. I do believe though that that as Black people, it's in our best interest to work together. But I also think it's in our best interest to work with everyone else too. You know what I mean? But I think that the infighting is more detrimental. Like it's more detrimental for Africans and African Americans to fight, knowing that we all come from Africa anyway. Or Dominicans or Brazilians or anybody else in the diaspora.
But do you know there are some blacks denying coming from Africa too? Are you aware of this?
Yeah, I mean, I know that there are some out there, but those are the minority, right? Like most African Americans know we come from Africa, right?
Look, there are entire genres of people out there. I'm talking even in these internet spaces. Like go look it up. There are many. There are many who like they literally would claim they are, what do they call it? Native Indians.
Indigenous.
Some would claim to be Hebrews.
Right.
See?
Now I think though when it comes to that argument, I think we were about to say the same thing actually, because I think that part of that mythology comes from the fact that there were Africans in the U.S. prior to the Mayflower, because Africans were the original explorers.
But do you not see what these people are doing?
Well, yeah.
Let me thank LA World. Afridamus loves and respect Pan-Africanists. You're right. Thank you very much, LA World. I love the Pan-Africanists. But do you not see what these people are trying to do? I get that. I understand history, right?
Right.
But these people are making this claim, right? To distance themselves from Africa. It's like when I even see Africans claiming like Egypt, like Kemet. Like these people are claiming entirely they come from where the Arabs are right now, right? But they're not talking about West Africa or Central Africa where they actually came from. They would deny this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like they deny this completely.
Can I interject?
I can't blame them for that though. But Mr. Go on.
Oh, okay. So Afridamus, regarding this, like some quote unquote African Americans, not wanting to claim to be African and giving Africans hate. Have you noticed that? And this is directly at Afridamus.
No, they say they don't even have the DNA.
Yeah, they don't even have. Have you noticed?
I mean, like if they are born here from generation, of course, yeah, they are.
No,
American.
but what I'm saying is,
that.
have you noticed that the ones who are very, distant about their African heritage, or they will say, "Oh, you Africans, soul Africans, this and that." It usually comes from mixed looking Americans who identify.
Like what do you mean? You know what is funny? You said that. Yes, there was a mixed guy making. You're right. That's why I'm laughing because the guy was going on a rant telling the blacks that it is these Africans that sold you. But yeah, you're right. The guy was very mixed. was very
I just wanted to clarify that it's usually the mixed looking Americans who like say stuff like, you know, "Oh, you Africans," so it's because they're very resentful towards Africans for, you know, basically it's like, thanks to you Africans, now I have this European DNA within me. You know, it's like there's a resentment thing going on.
The bastards. That's what it is.
And yeah, I'm just pointing it out. Like, it's not usually black/African.
But what about the
ones?
ones? But that are very black looking. I'm talking
like
they're
I've never
Hebrews.
seen. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm just pointing out. Usually, it's.
Have you ever met Nat Turner? I think Nat Turner, when he called in here, I think Nat Turner might be Nigerian. Nat Turner, if you are in the chat, please call in. So
I don't know who that is, but I'm just trying to make. I just want to ask you a question, Afridamus. Have you noticed it's usually the mixed-looking people who say those kind of things about Africans? Usually,
well,
I'm not saying,
not. I mean, I get what you're saying. Well, I get. Well, but you know, with your criteria of who is not your criteria of who is in black.
No, but
you know the line is very very thin.
Not really.
So, but yeah, it is not always just, you know, those people.
I'm not saying it's just, but I'm just saying it's usually, like, from my
perspective.
Like,
You're right. The very light.
I don't see people who look like Michael Jordan saying this stuff, but it's usually the
Hold on.
Smiths,
Let me ask
the Barack Obamas.
Hold on. Is this guy here, LA Wills, is he black?
What?
It's this guy. Would
Who's
you consider him? He's in the screen right now. Would you consider him black?
You know how StreamYard works. It brightens up your face.
No, but he's right there.
That brother is Cherokee Choctaw, bro.
Okay, let's allow the Cherokee
Choctaw.
Go ahead, LA Wills. LA Wills, welcome to the African Zone, sis. So
thank you.
So LA Wills, tell them, are you black or you African?
I'm still waiting for that 23andMe test that I sent you a few years ago, sir. But first of all, I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Happy Zamunda Day.
Now that test slow as fuck, blood.
Mad Dog, let the man speak. And Mad Dog, you promise not to use profanity. No profanity.
Brother, so sorry, brother. I'm gonna donate to the show for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna donate to the show.
You okay? You got rabies, Mad Dog? You okay, sir? I don't understand what's going on over there.
Shut up. Your mother gave me rabies. How about that? Your mother.
Okay, Mad Dog.
If you and your daughter. If you and your daughter, you mad. Don't try it with me, blood. Man, roast you within a
okay, Mad Dog, let the man talk.
The man didn't even say anything to you. Why are you being so mean? Why are you being mean to this?
I blackline. Are you deaf, Steve? Do you hear what man said? Tell me, do I have a rabies in that? I blackline going, man. I Steven, shut up, blood. Shut up, man.
Hold on.
I say shut up. That's what
okay, Mad Dog.
Because I don't know you.
Mad Dog, let the man talk.
I don't know you either.
Listen, I came up here in peace, Mad Dog. I respect everybody.
Go ahead, Mad Dog, let the man talk. Go ahead.
I don't know. I haven't done my test yet to understand how far African I am. But if I'm related to Mad Dog, respectfully, I would eat a zebra. A zebra burger with the.
Wait. Why Blackline? Don't even disrespect, because you can't be related to me. Do you know what I mean? Let me make it clear to any one of you donkey faces on this panel in the chat.
Donkey.
You see me? I'm from a blessed land. I'm from a blessed land where we're born and raised with crude oil underneath our feet.
Hold on.
You bootleg Cherokee Choctaw. You're bootleg Cherokee Choctaw.
But Mad Dog, what if he's your cousin?
You're $2 Cherokee Choctaw. Don't even say my name at your mouth.
Afrodamus.
Don't say my name at your mouth. You not fly like that. You not fly like that.
Mad Dog, let's put you in the bag. Hold on. Go ahead.
I think Mad Dog was one of them kids on a boat that the white man was doing surgery on. The white man was helping doing surgery on with the African girl with the broken legs that was backwards. I think Mad Dog was.
Get over the show. Come on, bro. Leave the guy alone, innit?
Yeah. LA, why are you fighting with Mad Dog?
I'm not fighting with anybody, Afrodamus. I came up here in peace, sir. These are my friends. These are my family. What are you talking about? But
okay. Go ahead.
I don't know how much African I am. So I never thought about it.
So why, LA? why do you think, the blacks, your people, you talk down on Africans, talking bad about our water, our roads, and everything? What is that all about?
Personally, sir, I have never said one negative thing about Africans in my life. I respect your heritage.
In your life? Are you lying?
Sir, have you rolled the tapes? Have you ever heard me say one negative thing about Africans in my life, sir? I stand on that.
Well, I was just asking.
That chain.
But what about your alter ego?
That chain is nice, sir. I expect that in my reparations from Africa since y'all sold my people. No, I don't think it's all a game. It's all a game. Nobody, if you believe you better than anybody else, then you're an idiot. Like,
right.
We all once again, I said this before. No black person anywhere, no matter where you came from, is good at governing each other. So I don't know where we get this thing at one group of people is better than the other, because black people in America is screwed up and black people in Africa is screwed up. So where are we getting this from? What are we doing that we think one group is better than the other? I don't get that. I'm done.
Look, what is, there's this thing, the Kira, she's got this obsession with me. The Kira, what do you mean putting me in my place? I'm not mad at anything. I don't do topics because I'm mad. It's just they're interesting. Get out of your feelings.
Who put Afrobeat in his
Some
place?
of these people, exactly, like, she thinks I'm mad at Chaotic. No, I'm cool with Chaotic, okay? It's just a conversation he brought up, and I think, we should have it.
But the thing is, who put you in your place? I've been watching this live stream. I'm like,
no, she probably is saying, oh, maybe something happened. No, nothing happened. Nothing happened, okay? And LA Wilkes, you're right. I totally agree with you. Like, because if you look at it, people, as a group, right? As a group, that's why I get confused when people start naming off individuals. But as a group, you put the blacks together, you put, most African countries together.
It's terrible.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, I don't understand why we got to decide which group. Where I don't know where that came.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna drop one person because Chaotic is trying to call in. So I'm gonna let's see.
I can drop down if you want to let another American in.
Hold on. Let's see.
Afrodamus, you can drop me. I come back in, yeah.
Okay. Chaotic, call back in. Chaotic. Yeah, Chaotic, call back in. Okay. So, but yeah. All right. Who was talking? Mad Dog, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Okay. Mad Dog, hang tight for a second. L, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. L, where are you calling from?
United States.
L, are you enhancing your voice? Are you using
No, this is my real voice. I was born this way.
Stop it. You trolling.
Yeah, I have a device on my neck.
You have what?
Okay.
She could be disabled. People,
yeah, I'm disabled, bro.
You're disabled. Okay. All right. So L, where are you calling from? What part of the United States?
The Northwest.
The Northwest. What part of the Northwest?
Yeah, Northwest, bro. I can't be specific.
Okay, that's fine. What do you want to add to this?
Yeah, look. The reason why Nigerians have a low self-esteem, or they hate their heritage, is because they have a low self-esteem. They like to adore the African American culture.
Are you African American yourself or Nigerian?
No, I'm neither.
You're white?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
What?
All right. We have Chaotic. Go ahead, Chaotic. Chaotic, welcome to the Afridamus report. I'm glad you called in, Chaotic.
Afrodamus, thank you so much for allowing me on the panel. I haven't talked to you in a couple of days. I emailed you and I wanted to see how. I mean, how did you enjoy being on the peak?
I liked it, but
Awesome.
I was, you know, because it was about the Chinese. But you know, here's my thing: I can go with the flow whatsoever, right? So the question is, because you know, Burnabus asked you the question, right?
Yo.
Because we were saying who are the best blacks, so we want to know who we are addressing. Like, are you like? Because when we say black, we're thinking FBA.
No,
So what kind of black are you?
I identify as an American, but I believe that the Black Americans of slave descent are the best blacks.
Explain why.
Because these are the most wealthiest blacks, the most important blacks, the most popular blacks. When you think about the best entertainers, athletes, businessmen, the most affluent blacks, these are the best blacks. It's just the honest to God's truth, and you already know why I went into that. But hey, Afrodamus, can I ask you a question? Can I sing? Go ahead, Darth.
Hold on. Okay, so hold on. So go ahead, guys, wait. One at a time. One at a time. One at a time. So
the most famous black people in human history have been Black Americans.
Yeah, the
nobody
most
thinks
famous
of.
drug dealer, man. The most
Be
famous
quiet.
drug dealer.
Be quiet.
Hold on. Let him finish. Let him finish. EW. Allow the man to finish.
Quiet, EW. Go eat you some monkey meat. It is the truth, sir. We have to admit it. African Americans of slave descent, particularly, are the most prominent blacks on the planet. They are the most wealthiest blacks. They live in the best country on the planet. Let's be honest.
Okay, don't lie about it.
Okay, EW. Now you can respond. Go ahead, EW.
Go ahead, EW.
Yeah, I've been.
Turn up your Somalian Wi-Fi.
But chaotic. Which black do you identify as? Because the difference. Because the blacks you're claiming, right? Yeah. These are like from the slave background. Edos, like from their ancestors were slaves, right?
Yeah.
So you cannot compare them to foreign blacks because like Africans, because it's not the same people. It's not the same but because these people are Americans. If they're gonna compete, don't you think they should compete with the white people and other Americans instead of foreigners?
Yeah, but you can't say that to people like chaotic because it's so stupid to realize that.
Also chaotic.
No,
when
it's
you
so
say
dumb
best,
to realize that.
chaotic, and also guys, one at a time. So and also if you look at it, right, when you say best, by whose standard?
Well, we already know a standard, sir. I mean, Western civilization is the best standard on the planet, and anybody who lives in the West is the better citizen of the planet. Let's be honest. The better countries are in the Western Hemisphere. We are in the Western Hemisphere. So Black Americans, Ben Carson isn't an African, well, traditionally. The astronauts, scientists, mathematicians, the most famous. Oh, you, Darth Malgus, go eat you some monkey meat. Give me a second, sir. Give me a second. Go ahead, Afrodamus.
Hold on. Okay, fine. So we're going to allow new person. We have a new speaker. Judah, welcome to the show.
Can I speak?
Oh, EW, you didn't speak. Sorry. Yeah, Judah, just hang tight. We'll bring in, EW.
Judah.
And chaotic. Don't forget, there's lots of blacks. These Edos blacks who are moving to Africa. They are building.
They're stupid.
Okay, EW, go ahead. EW, unmute yourself.
EW is eating monkey meat right now. That's
what does the W stand for?
No, you're eating.
Guys, let him talk. Go ahead.
Now, man.
Go ahead, EW.
Yeah. Listen, I've been living here over 25 years, man. All I know, the black people is they're living under food stamps, drug dealers.
I think it's food
homeless,
stamps.
Man. There is only 1% of the people, rich people. That's it. Don't lie about that shit, man. While we're speaking, we can't see, you're smoking right now.
I'm smoking.
Hold on. First and foremost, somebody, was it chaotic or was it Black line, whoever that's trying to correct the brother just on his food stamps. You think it's food stamp, not food stamp.
So
First and foremost, I can tell Chaotic is very, very familiar with food stamps, innit? You're very familiar with food stamps for you to make that correction that quick. You fucking bumster, bro.
Wait, Mad Dog. Why do you have to bring bumpsters into this? No, really.
Because he's a bumster, blood. Couldn't you see just how quick his brain? Couldn't you see just how quick his brain was quick to reignite with the word food stamps?
I'm not insulted.
You can tell him and food stamps are 5 or 6.
Hold on.
Food stamps are 5 or 6, bro.
All right, calm down, guys. Calm down. Let's allow Judah to speak. Judah, go ahead.
Hello, Judah. Hello, my friend.
Judah, are you there?
Oh yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Judah. What do you want to add to this topic? Go ahead.
Is the topic about Nigerians, undergrading where they came from, or is it about
Well, you heard, Chaotic told us that the blacks are the best blacks, right? So we were asking which black is he? He said he's Black American. So he told us their group is the best group. So what do you want to add to that?
The blacks in America are not the best blacks. The blacks in America are the weakest blacks we ever had.
Exactly. Thank you.
The blacks in America couldn't fight for their own independence, despite the fact that they are being marginalized by the white people in America. The blacks in America are the ones that, if you depend on them, your whole life will go down.
So wait, but okay, wait. So Chaotic, which heritage do you claim?
As I said
Because so that we know, no, Judah. Because to be fair, for you to throw it at the blacks.
I just got on the panel. Let me talk, man.
Okay, go ahead. Fine. Go ahead.
Hello, my brother Judah.
It's funny to compare an African person, black from Africa, to an African American. Africans fought and survived, and they took away the white man and had that dignity of having what they have. The black man couldn't do it. When Caribbeans were fighting for their own countries, the black man in America was fighting to be at the same level with the white man, have the same kind of meal that the white man was having, drink the same water and all these things. You cannot, look, an African black should be ranked more than an African American black in this era. But this is the thing about most Nigerians that live in America and do not want to say they are from Africa, right? This is the thing. There are 3 groups of Nigerians: the Fulani Nigerians, or an Hausa, an Igbo, and a Yoruba. You don't see Hausa people in the West doing these kind of things. You don't see them come to America or born in the Western world and they say, oh, they are not from this, they are not from Nigeria, they are American. They don't do that because these people are patriotic. They know where they come from. The other people that are from the East and the West, these are the people that they want to be Americans. They want to be Europeans. They want to act like they feel like they are more intelligent, stuff like that. They want to pass to an African American. They don't, and you see people like Chaotic Truth and all these other people. And these are how they are. An Hausa person do not do that. An Hausa person maybe stays in his own country, despite the fact that there are problems going on. And that's why I respect people like that. I don't respect people that when they come or they were born overseas, they want to claim where they were born and all that. So I'm not gonna talk much. I don't talk much, I just come and say less and let people on the planet do the talking, and I'm just gonna stay right there.
Thank you, Judith. Thank you. All right, now let's have UFC. UFC, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
UFC, UFC, you've heard Chaotic, give the list. What do you what's your, you are from, Africa, you're in Nigeria, you're there.
As in Nigeria, I don't think my competitors, or if I want to compete with anybody, should be with someone like Chaotic. Now, I'd rather deal with the Chinese, the whites, and the Indians. Those are the people I'm competing with, not the Chaotic who is the perfect black and who is the not perfect black. That's not my concern. You think we sit in Nigeria and bother about people like Chaotic? No, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I
No,
had
we
that.
don't.
I thought there was no profanity.
Yeah, I had that.
Sorry for using the F word.
Please control your language.
Yeah, he's
Please.
gay. He's gay.
We don't. We are here doing our thing. You see, people like
All right, so
Chaotic,
real quickly, I want to.
people like Chaotic, they are sellouts. He can easily sell anyone out here.
Can I ask you a question? Not to
Yeah,
cut
go
you
ahead.
off. How many scammers do you know personally in Nigeria? Just asking. I'm not trying to offend you, but do you know more than one or two?
I think there is. I think yesterday I glanced.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Let me answer this guy. I don't want to answer that question because yesterday I think they just arrested one popular guy. I saw the news on the Shade Room. They sentenced him to like 5 years imprisonment. He's a black American. He stole $13 million.
Hey, Willie K, would you believe that? Would you believe that?
So don't ask me about Nigeria scammer or whatever. Ask yourself.
Okay, let me ask this brother a question.
I'm not your brother.
Brother, I'm talking in it. How many crackheads do you know in your family? Is your mother one? Is your sister one? And is your auntie?
Mad Dog, let him respond.
In Nigeria and think about black Americans.
No, he has a chance to respond. Let me answer my question and respond to UFC as well.
It's funny that
you want to talk big.
It's funny that you know my language right now, and you're speaking it.
Brother, this is our language. We're all colonized.
English is the language. Who the heck does that? The white man colonized you.
English is not a language, fool.
So you suck on the white man balls because he's better than you?
Because you suck on it as well. Do you suck on?
Hold on, guys, calm down, guys. Hold on, guys.
Each of us here,
hold on.
Speak 3 languages.
You need to take the salt out.
We speak 3 languages.
Bro, take that smile, man. No. Okay, no. Afrodamus, check this out, yeah. It's funny this brother asked this question. Afrodamus, let me just say something to him. It's funny this brother asked this question with that big ass spliff in his mouth. It's funny you ask that question with that big ass spliff in your mouth, bro.
Hold on.
Because you know what you're practicing. You know you're the only person that's visually close enough to sucking a dick on this panel.
All right, that's Mad Dog.
Disgusting, Mad Dog.
Hold
That's
on.
disgusting.
Mad Dog, you promised not to use profanity here, and you went right ahead and did it. What is this all about?
I think that's why he calls himself Mad Dog.
He has rabies.
Afrodamus, I do have to leave, but can I sing a song real quick? Like, is that cool?
Wait, chaotic. They still said chaotic before you came, right?
Yeah.
But they want, because a viewer sent this video, about your expertise on Nigerian women. So it's only fair for you to see it. Here we go.
African women, people will get mad at me. Again, I've clearly said it like 10 minutes ago that African American women were the best looking on the planet. And again, I said it is probably because African American women are not homogenized. Nigerian women are, I hate to say it, they're not really good looking. Yeah, you find your outliers, but generally Nigerian women look like men to me. And a lot
Wait, you said generally Nigerian women look like men to you?
They generally look like men. Like they have these
Judah, you can't argue with the video. Let the man is here.
I don't think they have videos in Nigeria with Judah from. That's why.
All right. So,
I'm not Nigerian, bro. What the heck are you talking about?
Wait, the video wasn't even finished.
Because Judah wouldn't let it finish. He's echoing.
Yeah,
Judah, it's got a couple seconds. Let the man finish, please.
Features. They're almost like to the point where they're masculine facial features. I've never have said, "Oh wow, look at that Nigerian chick." Never. Now there are a few models that I like. I've actually dated a Nigerian model before in the past when I was in college, but generally they're not.
Well, so so chaotic. When you which type of Nigerian women are you talking about, or the blacks? Is it the mixed ones like Beyonce or black? Because someone made a point. A lot of the blacks, the female, they look like Nigerian women too.
No,
Yeah,
most of
well,
the white women in America, what they did is most of their families went and met with white men and get all these mixed babies, admixtures, and all these things. And we think these are the acceptance criteria of beauty. And this is the thing that chaotic truth do not know. Most African women grew up being in their natural habitat. Most African Americans have evolved into admixtures and all these things. And these are the worst women to ever have as a woman, because most of them are feminists. They believe that they are more authoritarian than the average man.
Well,
all these things.
hold on. Let chaotic is the expert. Let him respond. So
Chaotic doesn't know nothing. He's a dumbass motherfucker, man.
Jude, be nice, please. No profanity.
No.
Guys, let chaotic talk, please. You will get a chance, guys. Yeah.
First, can you send me the link of that TikTok video?
I will.
In a private chat. Again, there's nothing wrong with admitting the fact that certain groups of women are more attractive than other groups of women. I've made videos about it. Congolese women from Sudanese women are African, right? I've said that Adu Akek, Anak, Ducky Thought's sister, Alec Weck. I said that the creme de la creme of beautiful women on the planet are African women. I've said that those women I just named are the creme de la creme. I got a Nigerian model, Jumbo Janet. Look her up, Jumbo Janet. Before she became an IMG model, I was in her Instagram years ago when she was 18, 19 years old saying, you're going to be an IMG model. She became one. So me as a man saying what I deem as attractive, there's nothing wrong with that. So I don't know why Judah is. Go ahead. You want to cut me off, mister? Go ahead. I didn't cut off anybody. All I'm saying is that there is a standard of beauty. And the standard of beauty is not Nigerian women. They are not attractive women. No, they're not. Ghanaian women are attractive. Angolan women are attractive generally, but not Nigerian women. It's just the honest to God's truth. It's nothing wrong with that.
Let me correct this. Audrey, you know I gotta flash the super chats, you know. But Sam Seals, are you like, you know, obsessed with Audrey? What's going on? But go ahead, Mr. Meister. Right, Meister.
Mr. Meister, yeah. So basically, chaotic truth, it's one. I get it, you know. It's okay to be attracted to a particular group of women compared to another, but when you mention that most Nigerian women look like masculine in the face, or like, what makes them look masculine?
Because they look like you.
Because they look like me. All right.
Yeah, they look like you in the face. That's why they're not attractive women.
Okay, so you know that.
I mean, attractiveness lies.
Let me ask
you a question. Let the man talk.
So you hold on. What
hold on, Judah.
Attractiveness might not be attractive to someone else.
Let me ask you a question.
Judah, please. He's talking to Meister. Just guys, let's allow the conversation to go.
Meister.
Wait.
Do me a favor, Meister. Show me any woman from.
Okay. I'm not finished. I'll get back. Yeah, hold on. So you said that they look because they look like me. So basically, what do you deem, you know, African features as masculine?
No, sir. I said Nigerian women are not the most attractive African women, and they are not, my good sir.
But you said they look masculine.
You see, you are lying.
I said that Nigerian women.
Listen, chaotic. You haven't met all Nigerian women.
They don't want to hear what I gotta say.
You understand me? For instance,
guys, one at a time.
Hold on. Let me correct you, chaotic. We have three major tribes in Nigeria. You have the Igbos, you have the Hausa, Fulani, and you have the Yorubas.
Oh, what?
You understand me? And you have other minorities. Oh. Have you seen all this? Have you seen all these people,
sir?
Because right now, because you are. Hold on. Sir. Have you met or seen all the?
Name me a super attractive Nigerian woman right now.
Here's example of some Nigerian
Okay,
women.
pull her up. Pull her up then. Which one? Which one is super attractive?
Genevieve.
This
bitch looks half white.
No, this woman is full black.
Filters all over her face. Let's be honest.
Right there.
Half white. Let's be honest.
These are beautiful women.
They look like they look like you, Afrodamus. Let's be honest. Come on, man. Man, why are we playing here, man? Nigerian women are not that attractive.
Look
That's
at that.
just how they.
Look at her.
Very attractive.
She's very. Look at her. Come on.
Trash.
Really?
African. Whoa. African features are very attractive.
I didn't say African, so I said Nigerian.
Yeah, I know,
features.
but they have, which are African features, aren't they?
Oh my god, I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Go for it.
Nigerian women are not that attractive compared to other African women. There's nothing wrong with what I said.
There's nothing wrong with that, but you said they look masculine. I'm thinking
Attractiveness lies in the eyes of the beholder. What you see as attractive is not attractive to the next person. So, I mean, if he's saying that it's not attractive, then that's his opinion. But you're not going to take an opinion and make it you're not going to take an opinion and make it something that is,
Most of these women, majority of them are married with husband and kids. You understand me? They are not single mothers.
But you are talking to chaotic Cho, who would prefer an African American who's a feminist than to an African American, to a Nigerian
They are
woman.
not baby mamas. These are married women with kids.
Chaotic Cho prefer feminist women that are light skinned and mixtures. People like Beyonce who have.
All right, guys. Guys. One at a time. Let's allow Mad Dog. Hold on.
Let me tell you what.
Oh, okay, yeah. One at a time.
Hold on. I remember when he came into this YouTube space. You know what he was doing then? Back then, he was bashing the Black Americans. Then from there, I believe there was no reward from that. Then he switched. If you observe now, then he claimed he was a Nigerian. Then now he decided, no, I'm no longer a Nigerian. I'm Black American. All this is just for him to hustle online here and get some money. It's all about money, nothing else.
Okay, allow
I know the game he's trying to play. He's just trying to build his platform and get whatever he wants.
Yeah,
All right.
nothing and all that kind of stuff. It's
Go ahead.
stupid and all that stuff. I don't think it's gonna produce any result. But chaotic truth, would you say that Igbo women are some of the most ugliest Nigerian women ever? Because like they have like a round square forehead and they don't have a quite very symmetrical looks in them and all that stuff. They're so ugly and all that stuff, and that's where you come from, right? I think Igbo women are the most ugliest Nigerian
Hold
women.
on. Dad, wait a minute, Dad.
He's not Nigerian.
Wait, Dad. You see what Dad? Why are you attacking Igbo women because of what Chaotic said? Do you see what
Chaotic Truth likes to be truthful? He likes to be truthful, so I'm giving my opinion. I think Igbo women are some of the most ugliest Nigerian women. Some Nigerian women are good looking. Chaotic Truth, would you concur that's the truth, that your women in Nigeria are the most ugliest women out of the whole of Nigeria?
I never said Nigerian women are ugly. Like that's your problem.
He didn't say ugly. He said masculine. He didn't say ugly.
I said that. Listen, they are not the most attractive women compared to other African women. They're not. Sudanese women.
Igbo women are not the most attractive compared to other Nigerian women.
I don't care about Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. They're just not, man. Like there's nothing wrong with admitting that.
Hausa women are better looking. Hausa women are better looking than Igbo women.
Darth Malgus. Afrodamus. Can I ask him a question? Afrodamus.
Go ahead.
Can you beat him real quick?
Oh, he's Dart. You're gonna let him ask, right?
Afrodamus.
Go ahead. Ask him
a question.
Yeah.
Show me an Eskimo woman that you've dated, Darth Malgus. Show me a 3 foot tall woman you've dated. Show me a 500-pound woman you've dated. You recognize beauty the way that I do. Nigerian women are not the most attractive women. There's nothing wrong with admitting that. Ghanaian women look good. I'm sorry, they do. Sudanese women look good. Nigerian women don't look that good to me.
No. You see, this where
it's okay. The funniest thing is this, right? The funniest thing is this.
Hold on, let me respond. Okay. Chaotic truth. Yes. I'll go with your mentality. So, would you say chaotic truth? Igbo women are not the most attractive women in all of Nigeria. They are at least some of the most ugliest women in Nigeria.
Thank you, sir.
Would you say that? Are
What I say? What now?
Women? Are your women the ugliest women in Nigeria?
Who?
Your women, Igbo women, are they the most ugliest women in all of Nigeria?
God,
I'm not Igbo,
Nigerian.
I'm not Igbo.
Okay.
I'm Yoruba.
He's a black American.
Wait, Chaotic, you are Yoruba? Chaotic
Yeah,
is
I'm
Yoruba.
Yoruba, and I don't
You are
identify.
not. You are not a Yoruba, sorry. You are a black American.
Oh no, Igbo women actually better. Igbo women actually look better than Yoruba women. So chaotic in the morning.
Guys, one at a time, please. Guys, go ahead, Chaotic. What did you think?
Nigerian, sorry. No Nigerian citizen or someone from the Nigeria heritage will condemn and bash Nigeria. Sorry, you're not.
Guys, hold on.
Chaotic reply.
Guys, he was going to say something. Chaotic, what did you say?
Jesus.
Afrodamus. These spirit chuckers don't want to go one-on-one when it comes to African American women. African American women are dog stomping any Nigerian female. Let's be honest.
No.
Chaotic, let me say this. Chaotic, let me say this. UFC, before you respond, let me say this. UFC, keep quiet, bro. You jinxed it. You jinxed it. You had a chance, but you jinxed it. Your problem with people like you, even though you're from
guys, one at a time.
Problem with I'm speaking. Yeah. Okay, this is my turn to speak now. The problem with people like you, Chaotic, even though you're from Edo State, you don't use your brains enough to actually just speak expansively when you make these rhetoric references. Do you get what I'm saying? If you look at the cutest woman from Nigeria in the past decade,
the cutest one from Nigeria,
the woman, hang on, the woman that competed to the highest level in the beauty shows, the Miss Worlds of the contest shows. The most beautiful woman from the continent of Africa, the most beautiful women that have competed in the Miss Universe shows and them sort of shows there from Nigeria. They're actually from the South, bro. They're not Igbo, they're not Yoruba, they're not Hausa. You could have used your brain and told yourself, most of these guys are from Akwa Ibom. They're from Edo State. Do you know what I'm saying? Most of these guys are from Bayelsa. Instead of you talking about Igbo, Yoruba,
Hold on. So wait, guys. The cure.
You messed up, bro.
Mad Dog. What do you got? The cure is also she's from America. She's of Sierra Leonean descent. She said, I was in Ghana and I did not see many attractive women.
Ask her Afrodamus, ask her if she's attracted to women.
From Senegambia, give me
Afrodamus, I gotta roll out Afrodamus. Yeah. I do have to roll out. Can I give a last word real quick?
Go for it.
Afrodamus, salute to you, man. I know you can't see me because my avatar's on. I don't know what these spirit chuckers are talking about, but the most beautiful women on the planet have always been and will always be African American women. I don't know what these go-herders are talking about.
Chaotic. Let me address it before you leave.
Wait, Mad Dog, let him finish. Hold on, let him finish.
Ugly to compare to. Come on.
These listen.
I guess Goldberg is so beautiful, right?
All right, Afrodamus, have a good one, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, it's gone, yeah? It's gone.
Go-herders. Thank you. The most beautiful women on the planet will always be and have always been African American women. There is no comparison.
Chaotic, let me ask you this question. Chaotic, let me ask you this question. Chaotic, let me ask you this question, yeah?
Name one.
Let me ask you this question.
All right,
now hold the smoke, yeah? Hold the smoke. You see, from Nigeria, you're talking about Nigerian girl when Afrodamus put me in the back chat.
Name a Nigerian model. Name one.
You were talking about. I'm telling you one right now.
Yeah, let me put
Nancy Isime. Okay, Afrodamus, look this name up. Nancy Isime is as cute as any girl you find on the face of this planet.
Okay. All right.
Ereta Esse is as cute as any girl you find in the USA on the planet. What's wrong with this dumb fuck, bro?
Oh, Mad Dog.
Yeah, man.
Be nice. No, Mad Dog. There's beautiful one. There's Coconista.
Afrodamus, these are
Agbani Daringo.
Agbani, literally the most beautiful woman to walk Nigeria. She's from Akwa Ibom. UFC couldn't even say her name. He was there talking about what's mortal and them dead things. Talk about Genevieve Naji, bro.
No, I didn't mention Genevieve. No, I didn't mention any names like that.
I was gonna say,
bro, you didn't try at all, bro. You didn't try at all. But let me say this.
All right. Okay,
guys. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave the panel.
Closing statement. Let's do the closing statement, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to close up. Let me say this and go. Yeah. Now we look with all this talk done. It's no vitriol to anyone. It's nothing personal. Big up to you lot. Big up to every single man on the panel. UFC, Gerard Fairley, Mr. Blacklight, EW, Jude, Darth. Give thanks, enough thanks to Afridamus for the channel and for hosting this panel here. Big up to everyone in the chat. Look, it's nothing personal. All we're trying to do with these conversations is to bring you Negroes together, to bring your head together, and actually see yourselves as one people that don't need to compete with themselves. Because the lesser competition within ourselves, the lesser grievances that have to trigger this conversation. You get what I'm saying? With that said, big up to you lot.
So wait, Mad Dog, do you think now this should encourage more, Africans? Now they're going to be looking for black wife, like for people like Lizzo. She's got beautiful face. You know Lizzo?
Yeah, of course. I know Lizzo.
Yeah. They got Lizzo. They got what's the other one? Shit.
They gotta love them. They gotta love them, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
No, but it's not. No, that's not what it's meant to be about.
There's Oprah, very beautiful woman.
Yeah, no. Afrodemus, that's not what it's meant to be about. What I'm saying is this, right? It's like
she's beautiful in green.
Too much times we bring too much competition to ourselves. If the competition can be lessened, we can find more similarity within our culture and the good behaviors. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
So big up yourselves.
Thank you.
Ain't no vitriol, ain't nothing personal. Shout out to you, I'll talk to you later.
Can I close out?
Easy.
Go ahead.
Can I close out?
Go ahead, Judah.
Look, man, all these things that is happening on this planet. Look, it's high time people start being sincere with the way they say things.
It's what?
It's high time people start being sincere with the way they say things.
Right.
I wanna, I'm not gonna say much, but what chaotic truth is, I mean, sometimes I realize that he want to sway the discussion somewhere else, because you're not gonna come here and do a generalized statement and make it I think, right, because everyone have their own opinion. What is attractive to you might not be attractive to the next person. What is attractive to the next person might not be attractive to you. So I'm not gonna say much, but thank you, Afridamus, and I want to also thank LA and all these African Americans on the panel. The day that they're gonna stop feeding on the white man's titties is the day that most Africans are gonna give them respect, because right now they don't want to cut off. They don't want to cut off from the white man. All this talking that they do, is still feeding from them. So that's just what it is. But thank you.
So are you saying they're tap dancing for the white man?
Oh, of course, Afridamus, you know that they cannot live without these people. These people are the ones that are remote controlling them. That's why every time something happens to them, they say white supremacists. They don't believe that they can be their own supremacists. They believe that the white man is above them. And that's just a fact. Africans do not believe that same shit. Africans believe that they are the people that control their destiny, not the white man. In America, Black Americans believe that it is the white man that controls them. So these are two different people. But thank you, Afrodemus. And
thank you, Judah. Thank you. That was Judah.
That was beautiful, Judah.
That was Judah. Okay, let's have Dart. Go ahead, Dart.
Oh, all right. Everything I said about Nigerian women, obviously, I was just trying to press chaotic truth and all that stuff.
You were trying to use reverse psychology to know what tribe he's from.
I was trying to press him and all that kind of
stuff.
So,
but why did you pick Igbo though?
Because I thought he was Igbo and all that stuff. So I wanted to.
No, he's Yoruba. Hey, shout out to the Yoruba.
They're quite triangle head anyway. They're triangle head anyway. But never mind.
Mike is Yoruba.
Look, there's good-looking people and there's fine people in every race, and then not so fine people in every race. Perhaps he's not Black Americans are all right looking, but there's other beautiful women from all over Africa, and unfortunately, he has never had the opportunity to see that perspective. And so his whole view has been American because he grew up in America, and this happens most of the time with diasporans who grew up, even with some of the people I'm trying to get with business and all, in my own business and all that. So I'm trying to get together to create my own investment group and all that stuff. But the ones that grew up in the UK, they don't think about Africa. The UK is what they see, is all they imagine and all that. They cannot imagine another world elsewhere. So it's the same thing with some Black Americans as well. The mentality is different.
Maybe MC would answer that, but go ahead.
Wait, answer what? But anyways, I'm going to cut it short. Nigerian women are good looking. They're not bad looking. In fact, chaotic truth, if he doesn't realize, is Nigerian women, they're so talented. Nigerian people are so talented. They will produce you champions. They'll be producing champions all over West Africa and all that stuff. We just need to control and make sure that the genetics don't dominate all too often on the looks department and all that stuff. But they are talented people. That's
what do you mean in the looks department?
Nigerian people are talented people. I love them.
All right, thank you. Jesus Christ. All right. So EW, go ahead, EW.
Yeah, man, chaotic, for him to say that Nigerian woman is ugly, man. Shame on you, man.
No, you said
That's what I can
masculine.
say. Yeah, no, shame on you, man. I mean, Nigerian woman just like African American.
Hold on, EW. Do you think they called chaotic African booty scratcher when he was little, and now he?
Yeah, you're right.
You think they've called him that?
Yeah. He is. Yeah. It's clear he is, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But shame on him, man. The way he speaks, down talking a woman like that, man, it's very shame. Shame on you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You dropped it. Thank you. All right, Charmmeister. Go ahead, Charmmeister.
Oh no, I'll be last if you don't.
You'll be last. All right, Gerald, closing statement.
All right. Yeah, I mean, good show. I appreciate everybody on the panel. Thanks for having me on the panel, Afrodamus. I think that I think maybe this conversation did need to be. We did need to have this conversation. I think that I would just encourage everybody to just keep an open mind. Understand that there's multiple perspectives, right? As far as who's the best, who's the most attractive women, all that stuff is stuff you can figure out. You can't figure out who's the most successful. I think what we can do is we can uplift each other. I think that if we do that, we're going to be in a good position. I don't think as far as like living off the white man, stuff like that. Like, I think that if we are forcibly brought here to the United States, and whoever wants to come to the United States or any other Western country, it's smart. It's an intelligent decision. You can use that money and you can go back home and build that country as well. And so I don't think that it means you're trying to live off of anybody. I think that if other people have the opportunity, right? Like if you have an opportunity to attend Harvard or an HBCU, you're probably going to go to Harvard. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a sellout, right? It's a matter of opportunity and what you're able to do with that. So that's it. I appreciate all you guys, and have a good one.
Thank you. All right.
That's
funny. He said LA look like damn Africans are crazy. LA, you are up. Go ahead. LA closing statement. He's like, are you thinking damn Africans are crazy or
no?
Okay,
no. I think y'all ate too much buffalo meat, but that's okay. We all got our problems, and I just want to address Mad Dog because he talked about my mother, and she's from Nigeria, and I don't appreciate that. And I think he ate too many boiled hyena balls growing up, and it.
But LA, why LA? So are you looking to have peace with Mad Dog, or you want to continue to egg him on? Which one is it?
I thought Africans are peaceful. That's why the country is so
Yeah,
stable.
no, but you accused him of having rabies, and
did I accuse him? I asked him. I didn't accuse him, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead.
And UFC superfan never answered my question about knowing how many scammers he knew, but I'll let that go, sir. And I thank you for having me on this wonderful panel. I can't wait to see you in Coming to America 3. And I have a show at 8 o'clock, so hopefully you're there and everybody, all the African brothers are welcome on my show. So,
Are you going to be talking bad about Africa?
No, sir. I never said one bad thing about an African in my life.
Okay. Well, thank you, LA. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir.
We'll
Thank you.
see you. Bye.
I want that kufi.
No, but all right. Go ahead, UFC.
Okay, look, see, in Africa, just as it is in Black America community, you have beautiful women, you have ugly women. It is both way. Same thing in Nigeria. You have women who are not so beautiful. You have beautiful women. Okay, for instance, you have Monique. You have Whoopi Goldberg. These women are not beautiful. You understand me? They look like men, but they are Black Americans. So you can't just use the word all Black Americans women are beautiful. No, that means you are lying. See, I understand what Chaotic is trying to do. He's just trying to pander to the Black Americans, so they can, drop lithium. They can donate to his China. I get it, but that doesn't mean it should downgrade our country. It doesn't make sense. You don't have to downgrade Nigeria to Black
Lizzo is
Americans.
pretty. You know Lizzo.
The fat lady.
Well, she's not fat. She's big boned.
She's chubby, yeah.
Well, she's big boned. She's been dealing with some pizza habits, but she's.
We have.
Why did you have to bring up?
Let me be fair. We have women like that in Nigeria too. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we have women like that in Nigeria.
I mean, it's all over, man. Look, here's the thing. There's no one size fits all. You know what I'm saying?
But the difference is that most of the women in Nigeria, they are
beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Thank you very much. They are business owner, bank managers, bank CEO. They control some part of the economy. So these people are doing well. They might not be cute, but they are well to do.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, you said it well. You said it well. Thank you for coming, UFC. Let's have MC. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
All right. MC, go ahead.
You saved the best for last. No, I'm joking. But yeah.
So, well, Dart was saying, like the Africans who were born in Britain, they don't care about Africa. They don't want to go back. And you were born there.
Yeah.
Do you care more about the British tea than, Gambia or Africa? Which one?
What do you mean? Could you specify what?
Do you care about Africa, like Gambia?
Yeah, I do. In fact,
okay.
I plan to go there this year, hopefully.
Okay. Well, yeah. I thought maybe you are enjoying too much of that English black tea. Just check in.
No, but about the comment, I want to make something clear. So, like I said earlier, regarding Chaotic Truth's comments, like I did say earlier, that everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm not even mad at his comment. It was just one of those comments where it was mind blowing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not offended in the slightest. It was just mind blowing.
Why is it mind blowing?
Because he used the term masculine, and
But he said to him.
Yeah. No, again, like I said, I'm not even mad. It was just mind blowing. Like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Again, there's no offense or anything like that. Like, people are entitled to their opinion, and it's okay.
Did you see the kiosk comment?
No, I didn't. I don't read
the kiosk. It's like, yeah, kiosk was here pretending, Afridamus, this and that. But
earlier, yeah.
The one that said she did not see. She said she did not see any beautiful woman in Ghana. I know she said she didn't see any. Do you see what the kiosk is doing too? The kiosk is accusing the Ghanaian women of not being beautiful. Noted. The kiosk, just so you know, the Ghanaians, you heard it here on the show first. So it's not. Don't blame this on Chaotic. The kiosk is the one saying this. Go ahead.
Okay, so I didn't see that comment. I just saw another comment about her saying, someone put you in your place, which I was a bit confused about because I was watching live stream and I didn't see anybody put you in your place. But nonetheless, regarding the Chaotic Truth comments about most Nigerian women looking masculine in the face, it was, again, I'm not even offended. Like, it's his opinion and it's perfectly fine to be attracted to another group of women. But, it was just mind blowing. It was like because the way I see it, it's like, you know, African features, you know, are neither masculine nor feminine. You know, they're just African features. And I heard his comment, you know, when I asked him what makes them masculine. He said, because they look like you, sir. And I was thinking, they're African. They're supposed to look like me. It's like how white women or European women look like John Cena. They're supposed to. They're their counterparts. They're their female counterparts. So it's a bit weird him saying that. Like, obviously, do you know what I'm saying? They're female versions of me. It's nothing wrong with that. But it was just a bit weird. And one more thing, I think, you know, no offense, but I think a lot of people in general are just conditioned and, you know, brainwashed into viewing African features as masculine, you know, in general. That's just my opinion. Like a lot, not all, I'm not saying.
But he didn't say all, though. To be fair.
No. I'm the one saying not all. I'm even saying not all.
No, but he didn't say all.
I know. I said most. Like he said most. I'm not. You heard me. I didn't say that he said all, but he said most. And I'm saying, in my opinion, with a lot of people, right? I think a lot of people have been brainwashed and conditioned to see African features. You know, yeah, he said Nigerian, but still, they're still African features because we look similar. Do you know what I mean? We look similar. Ghanaians look similar. You know what I mean? There's not a significant difference. But yeah, I think a lot of people have been conditioned and brainwashed into viewing African features as as masculine traits, and you know, I don't view them as neither masculine or feminine. Again, this is just my opinion, isn't it? But yeah,
I think he was saying strong face.
There you go, strong, masculine, manly, whatever. I'm just saying, in my opinion, you know, African features are neither masculine nor feminine. Like they're just African features for both men and women. You know, and another thing, yeah, when he was saying African American women. I think he was mainly talking about mixed-looking women who identify as African American, because you know how it is in the United States; they consider anyone to be black. Do you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to throw that out there.
So
he's entitled to his opinion. I'm not mad. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not mad at his opinion. It was just
I'm glad you're not mad. I mean, because
everyone's entitled to their opinion. It was just mind blowing. That's all, you know.
Yeah, I mean, are you familiar with Lizzo?
I know where this is going. No, go on, ask. I know where this is going. She's in my.
I was just asking.
Go on. Yeah, I'm very familiar with Lizzo.
She's black, beautiful black American queen.
Oh, hold on. So, regarding Lizzo, you know what I'm gonna say, right?
What?
I'd put her in the Moroni category.
What is
that? The brown skin, you know all these brown skin people.
She's not qualified. All right.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
No. Wait. One more thing. No. For those of you watching, like thinking, what is this guy talking about? What? Lizzo's not black. What is he talking about? Let me clarify. Listen and get your emotions and put them to the side. Yeah. So let's say you got people like Meghan Markle. You got people like Rashida Jones. All these people who are more white than black, they're never called white. They're called white passing, or you know, they're put in the mixed race category, whatever term you want to use for them. So I'm saying, why doesn't it go for the other side of the spectrum? Am I being logical or am I not? Tell me, Afrodamus. Don't be PC. Just tell me.
Well, I mean, you've got your own standards.
No, wait. You're not answering my question. Am I wrong?
About
you don't
what?
have to agree. I said there's a double standard in the United States where you got these people, these individuals like Meghan Markle, Rashida Jones. You got Mariah Carey. All these people would be classed in the mixed race category, whatever term you want to use, quadrant, whatever.
No, they're black.
Oh yeah, some people call them black, but I'm saying my point is they are way more white than black. Yet they're not classed or accepted as white. So why is it that I have to accept the Will Smiths and the Lizzos and the Michael B. Jordans as black? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a double standard.
But that's the standard in America, though.
I know, but it's a double standard, and I'm just calling it out. I just want people to pay attention and put their emotions to the side and acknowledge that double standard, whether they want to accept it or not.
So wait. Are you saying they are bootleg blacks?
Say that again.
Bootleg, like Fugazi blacks. You know what that is, Fugazi?
You
know how like you have like the real Gucci purse or bag, but then you have the street Gucci. So it's not really. It looks like the Gucci, but it's not really Gucci.
Let me put it like this. Like I said, there's a category that I would put them in, like all these Michael B. Jordans, Will Smiths, and what people would
Wait,
consider quote
so
unquote
Will
brown
Smith
skin.
is not black?
No, you asked me that before. No, he's not. He's not. Like Michael Jordan, Bernie Mac. These people are black people. Shaquille O'Neal, Viola Davis, Camille Winbush. Those are black people. Do you know what I'm saying? Denai Guerrera. These are black people. But all
Who?
these, Denai
Who?
Guerrera. She's a
Who?
Zimbabwean American.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
basically,
I don't
let
know
me
these
keep it
people.
short. Let me put it as simple as possible. The criteria for a black/African person is dark skin, dark brown eyes, Afro textured hair, and unambiguous. And that is not even up for debate. That's not up for debate. But I'm just telling you the criteria. That's what it is. You know, like me and you.
So, if they don't look like me and you don't consider them black?
No, in the same way that Meghan Markle, Rashida Jones, Mariah Carey, all these people are way more white than black. Something to think about. They're not considered white. So why is it that on the other side of the spectrum that I should have to consider people like?
In a way, you got
Do
a
get my
point
logic,
there,
though?
because
You don't have to
you know what? I remember Tyrese.
Yeah.
Why are they doing this to me? When Tyrese came with his black queen,
quote unquote black queen.
With the black women, they came after him. They said that was disrespectful. But hey, Mariah Carey, that woman is, like Mariah Carey. So you're right. They pick and choose when.
Not
But
only that,
your criteria is tough though.
It's you know what you mentioned that. Here's my thing. The way I see it, this criteria is actually supposed to be standard in the first place, but America have messed it up with that stupid racist one drop rule.
So you don't go along with the American.
I don't, because it's racist, and
Whoa. What do you mean it's racist?
Yeah, because they're trying to, and you've mentioned this before, Afrodamus. It's on one of my videos. You mentioned
I'm going by what you.
Yeah. All right.
Because as far as I'm concerned, even Rachel Dolezal is black.
Exactly. That should be a wake up call.
As far as I'm concerned, what's her name?
What?
The vice president we have now.
Who you talking?
Kamala
Harris. Oh, right.
Kamala Harris. Look, but you don't like the one drop rule.
I just don't like that. African people. I mean as in black, but I'm just using the term African. I don't like that African people, especially in the United States.
So are you saying? Are you saying Tyrese's ex is not black?
Are you talking about the one who he claimed as his quote unquote black queen?
Yeah, the black queen.
The quote unquote. Yeah, the fact that I'm saying quote unquote. No.
Wait. But why are you not accepting her as black?
Because she does not fit the criteria of a black person, an African person.
You know what? Let me show you. If she's not black, then
Again, you're talking about this woman who you said looks like Mariah Carey.
Look, no, she's not. Mariah is lighter than her. This woman looks like Somali.
Oh, no, I rest my case.
So wait, are you saying Somalis are not black?
Well, what do you think? You tell me.
No, I'm asking you. Look at this beautiful black queen.
You're having the time of your life. You're having the time of your life.
It's right here. Like, guys, what do you guys think? Look at this black queen. No, really though. Meghan Markle is lighter than her.
So what's your question now?
Okay, so you don't approve of her being black?
No, she looks like a dark-skinned white woman. Oh, but people would think I'm crazy if I said dark-skinned white. But but light-skinned black. Oh, it's perfect.
Man, your criteria.
No. Don't throw me under the bus, Afridamus. Tell me if you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but tell me if what I'm saying is logical.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, here in the great USA, she black.
So yeah, that's fine. Even though you said she looks like Mariah Carey, but that's okay.
Okay, do you know is Colin Kaepernick black?
Oh, hold on. Say that again.
Colin Kaepernick, the guy who's he came out with a documentary. He said his white adopted parents are racist for adopting him, and I think Colin Kaepernick.
Parents.
Oh, the white people adopted him. I think he's Arab. You know, like
okay, yeah,
he's looking more and more Arab. So, but he's he's black. You know, French Montana, right?
States, yeah.
French Montana. He's black here.
Yeah, in the United States and racist America, yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you want to respect the American one drop rule?
The reason why I don't respect the American racist one drop rule is because they don't respect people of my image. That's why, because they're trying to replace people who look like me in the media by using racially ambiguous looking women and men. Do you know what I'm saying? Men and women. They're using the Barack Obamas, the Halle Berrys to represent.
Barack Obama is Kenyan. Does that count?
No, what's that? That's a nationality / ethnicity. What's that got to do with anything?
He's from one of those tribes. What is it
so
called?
his dad is Kenyan and his mother is from the United States. So she would be a European American, yeah.
So he ain't black?
No, he's not black. He's an Afro-Euro. He's an Afro-Euro. It's as simple as that. If you don't have dark skin, dark brown eyes, Afro-textured hair, unambiguous, then you are not a black / African person. And wait, one more thing.
Yeah, one more thing, because it's closing, yeah.
Yeah, one more thing. To all the so-called, the people who are referred to as brown-skinned, all these Will Smiths and Michael B. Jordans and Megan Goods, you guys, I would put you in the Marone category. You're probably wondering, what is that? So basically, if you're predominantly Marone, it's an Italian word. It means brown. But basically, if you are predominantly of African descent and you are classed as brown skinned, then I would class you as a Marone, basically. So that is where I would put you lot. And I even have some followers who wear that label proudly. Like they love calling themselves, Marone. They say, I'm a proud Marone, and more power to them. So yeah, problem solved.
So when you watched the Gambian team and you see all the,
I didn't watch the match, but I know that we beat Nigeria.
No, but I'm saying in the African Cup, there's a lot of like people that on the team that look like lighter than Will Smith. What?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you look at it. There are goalie, several.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about Senegal or Gambia? Which one?
Gambia. I'm talking in the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, in the African Cup of Nations, you saw some mixed-looking people in the Gambian team.
Not mixed looking. They definitely.
No, I'm asking, because I'm like, what team are you talking about? Because when I look at the Gambian team, I don't.
No, the African Cup. In the African Cup.
Yeah, the African Cup of Nations, the one that
I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay, I guess I didn't see any mixed people there, like, because from what I saw, like in the Senegal.
You a grown ass man. You call me to troll me. Did you get what you want out of this?
Sorry, go ahead. Wrong button. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Just finish up real quick.
Yeah, no, I was answering your question. Yeah, so in the Senegalese team, I saw like 3 mixed-looking people, and that was it. Apart from that, everyone was everyone was black, everyone was African.
Oh,
that was it.
Well, yeah, the good thing. You want to hear something good though?
What?
There's no shortage of dark skin in the black factory. In fact, they are producing a lot more. Don't worry about what's
Oh no, yeah, that's fine.
The American ones.
Tell the Marones to come to my channel so that they know what criteria like they would fall in, because I've got a bunch of criterias for a lot of people. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they can come to my channel is Chammeister.
Go ahead. Tell the people where they can find you. Actually,
all right. So my channel is called Chammeister. And my channel is basically about giving African people accurate, exclusive representation for our own image. But if you Maroni people want to know where you'd fit in, all the mixed-looking people, I've got categories for you so that you get accurate, exclusive representation as well. So it's as simple as that. I'll put my name in the, or you can link.
You can drop, put it in the comments here. So for those of you that are confused about your racial category, check out, what's the channel again? MC Cham.
I'll put it in Chammeister.
Yeah, Chammeister. Check out Chammeister if you want to find out your racial category.
Yeah, I just want every group to have accurate, exclusive representation for their own image, instead of other people who look nothing like me representing me and other people. That's all. But thank you for having me, bro.
Hey, no problem. But let me ask you one question before you leave.
Okay.
What do you think about just being with the black skin coalition where there's no confusion? Because some of us, we like this one drop rule. And we love it. So we're not planning on moving from it anytime soon. So what would you say to us, those of us who we love the blacks just the way they are?
Oh, you mean like the Africans who love to claim mixed-looking people as African / black, basically?
Well, I mean, sure, why not? Yeah.
Okay, so there's nothing much you can do with those people. That it is what it is. They have a lot of self-hate. They think that mixed-looking people look better than.
But Africans are not black, right?
I mean, the vast majority are, but they're going to be different phenotypes. Like you got the people from North Africa, you got the people from the Horn, you know what I mean? You got people, some parts of South Africa, but apart from that, the vast majority of, people in the black factor, as you'd call it, they have dark skin, dark brown eyes, Afro textured hair, and are unambiguous. This is undebatable. I'm just telling the truth. No one needs to get offended. It is what it is. Like me and you.
Well, thank you so much, and hopefully the blacks would come and see you so, they can feel great about, their one drop rule.
Cool. You've been great, man. Great show, man.
Thank you.
No problem. Peace.
Guys, that was Chammeister. Check him out. If you want to, like I said, the white man has been lying to you. This man, he will tell you your racial category. But don't get upset. I'm perfectly okay with the rule, just so you know. All right? All right, let's see. So Afridamus loves the best blacks in the universe. Thank you. Hey, thank you. What's his name here? DiCaprio. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know we gotta close the show with the best national anthem. I'll leave you guys. I have another show tomorrow that I want to do a review on it, because sometimes people like to say, when it comes to like African person or black, it is Africans or blacks themselves that put other Africans in the victimhood category, right? People would make decisions that totally goes against logic, and it is bound to fail. But instead of those people taking responsibility, they try to outsource it to other people. They would blame everybody and their mama, but they would never ever look in the mirror and say, what is my responsibility? You put so much energy pointing at fingers at other people when it is your own personal problem. And there are many Africans who enable this as well. So I'm going to talk on that tomorrow. I hope to see you guys here. And look, it's logic. You're an adult. It's nothing personal here. These conversations, they trigger you sometimes, right? But they trigger you so that you can participate in the conversation. We can't just go about pretending like people are not thinking this. People are not talking about it. Even the Kio herself, who spent the whole show trying to, pretend, Afridamus, you do this, you do that. But it didn't take long for the Kio to show her prejudice against Ghanaian women. So that's what this show is here for. It didn't take long for her to, spew her own KKK talking point. I knew she was the spokesperson for the KKK. I knew it. I just wasn't sure at the time. But I get it. Some of these people get really, really, anxious, nervous. Like, okay, Afridamus is bringing this topic. Does he know I am this way? Is he going to, expose me? I see many. That's why they would call me names. But as the conversation goes, you're like, aha! Now everything makes sense. These are the people Afridamus was talking about. And look, I don't have anything against you. Even if you are the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, yes, I'll talk about it, but I will still love you just like I love everyone. That's just how it is. But to say I'm not going to bring the topic, that's something else. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys, and I'll leave you with the national anthem here. Tommy Sotomayor, what did the black bill? Here we go.
You a grown-ass man. You call me to troll me. Did you get what you want out of this? Did it make you feel better now? There's a difference. I don't bother people I don't like. And this is what you have to deal with niggas. What they built, what they did, what they gained.
You want to live off somebody else's law.
What they built, what they did, what they gained.
You want to live off somebody else's law.
Niggas are the worst people on earth. I do understand why they made them slaves. I think one of the worst things that happened was they stopped making them slaves. If they'd have kept niggas as slaves, we'd have built more shit. We'd have been better people. Whenever black people were under the oppression of white people, they did more. They were more productive people. Name the shit you built since being out of slavery. Name it. Name it. Let me explain. You claim you built DC.
You were enslaved when you did that.
You claim you built the railroads.
You were enslaved when you did that.
Everything you claim you built in America, it's when white people had the whip on your ass. What have you built since? Come on, what have you built since? Nobody wants to talk about the facts. Now all you do is go around and begging white people for shit. All these hoods y'all proud of, white people gave them to you. You didn't build them. What they built, what they did, what they gained.
You want to live off somebody else's law.
What they built, what they did.